If we have been live, I apologize. Are we live, hun?
Yep.
Okay. Guys, some changes on OBS. I need to turn the furnace off. I used to be able to start it in OBS and then go live on YouTube. Now when I hit the button in OBS, it's automatically going live. It's kind of weird. Let me turn the AC off.
It's just rushing you along, man.
That's it. And we need our headphones.
Way ahead of you.
The furnace is not cooperating. There it goes. We are 100% professionals here, guys.
Oh, we do it for a living.
So, how's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody good? I saw the conversation. If you guys are on Discord, I posted a couple new songs. You know, wanted to kind of change the theme song up a little bit. I had wrote more verses. Actually wrote 6 verses in that song. I don't know if you could call them verses. They're like verse bridges, I guess. And when I did I wanted something kind of short. So the first one I did kind of as a spoof. I wanted it to sound like an 80s sitcom. That was the whole point. It was supposed to be 80s sitcom. The new one is a little different. We actually have 3 versions of that song now. So, I don't know. We will do one of them tonight, and I'm looking at how hot our feed is into OBS. So I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. I think we're just a little hot. There we go. You want to try your mic?
Yeah, test.
Yeah, you're always a little under. So check. You're this one. We're going to turn you up a little bit. There we go.
There we are.
All right, guys. We do have a chat window in OBS now. This is Tech Talk, so if you're coming in, this is where you get to ask Brian questions on repairing guitars and setup and stuff like that. He does it full-time for a living. So it's not a YouTuber that's claiming to be a tech guy. He makes a living teching guitars 6 days a week.
Sometimes it feels like 7.
Yeah, I think he had a rough day, guys, today.
Oh, yeah.
He come over and munched on some pizza when he first got here, but I could kind of tell. You want to talk about it?
No.
Let me guess. You worked on one that was just really bad.
We need a couch, like a therapy couch, you know?
You want me to talk to you like a therapist?
Yeah, so you can sit there with pen and paper and everything.
You'll be screwed.
Or, you know, if you have a rough day, we can switch.
Oh, we got to turn on Linnell's microphone. We're professionals here. Hold on, there you go.
All you have to do is just constantly ask him, and how does that make you feel?
Oh, that's true. And how does that make you feel?
Exhausted.
How does that D string, how does it feel to tune an E string to D? It just really gets to you, doesn't it?
Vox would like to know if the Fender sales are down, Brian.
I think all sales are almost kind of down right now, to be honest with you.
I was getting ready to say the same thing.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because since this has been going a while now, I don't know, I've noticed that some folks have been trading in their Fenders, mostly their Squires.
Really?
Yeah, and you know, maybe going with like a Ibanez or something. But that could honestly not have anything to do with the boycott. That could just simply just be because they want an Ibanez. But yeah, I mean, it's still kind of 50-50. People don't care. And some people are like, you know, hey, F Fender. You know?
Well, I'm kind of wanting them to care. because there's a Fender, and you guys can shun me if you want. There's a Fender I really want.
Is it that telly that you keep talking about?
Yeah. It's a 75th anniversary. It's gold flip-flop paint.
I meant to tell you, we had a Strat come in with that.
Really?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like
Is it used?
No, someone already they special ordered it, and I gotta admit, it looks it's pretty in the picture, but it's so much cooler in person.
It is. I haven't seen the Telly one in person, but I've seen a couple of videos on it. And Sweetwater said that they were on order.
Yeah.
And when I checked it today, now they're on back order.
Yeah.
So whatever ones they got in were already sold.
Yeah.
And it's $2,900
Yeah.
for this one.
That's crazy.
Now you can get the blue one, the white one, or the burst one for $2,200.
Nah.
And it's it's the exact same guitar. It's just the only difference is the finish. So they're upcharging you $800 for that flip-flop gold.
They knew it was gonna be hot, man.
I want one. I want one. But I was kind of hoping the whole Fender debacle, they would
Yeah, kind
knock
of.
the price down a little bit. And then I was going to sweet talk Linnell. This is how you sweet talk Linnell. If I buy that, I got to get her a new stove or a blender.
I think it's gonna be a stove.
I think the stove, yeah.
Yeah, probably. She got an air fryer and I got something. I can't remember.
The stove is
Yeah.
next.
The stove she wants, it's blue inside. And when you open it up, the light turns on, it goes, ah, and it just kind of glows.
Well, I was gonna say. Well, see, here's the thing, though, because you need the stove, right? So you know this purchase is coming up. Just saying.
Well,
It's looking good for you. It's looking good for you.
but by the time I get the stove, they won't be making that guitar.
Yeah.
I threw the bait in, I think it was Matt, because he was talking about they have to do a certain buy-in on certain level Fenders, and they were seriously. He told me, he goes, well, we don't know what we're going to do yet. So evidently they're kind of thinking about maybe, even though it's FMIC, keep Fender, keep the Squire, keep Jackson, keep all the FMC, but maybe not necessarily Fender.
Yeah.
Timmy said I'm sending you another camera, Avery, for Linnell.
Oh, well, actually, guys, I don't know. Here, but you guys will cuss me if I show you this. All right, so I'm gonna turn this one on. If I go back to the main camera feed, I have to switch a button here, and now that's that camera over there.
Yeah.
This camera, okay, and this camera, they're the new cameras. So you can tell the quality's better. We have a camera, for her. It just comes down to she doesn't want one on her, if that makes sense. And it doesn't make, for me, it doesn't make any sense. She comes in here all the time, shakes her little butt, and then walks back in the kitchen. So I'm like, okay, they already know what you look like. I don't,
That doesn't mean they need to see my face for 2 hours.
No, what I would do is if you were talking, I could set the camera up to where I could just push a button if you were reading a comment or something, and then it would switch off. So you guys keep working on her, and we'll get her eventually.
Oh, they are. They're hitting it hard this time.
But yeah, I was kind of hoping Fender would do that, because there's been very few guitars that I just really, really want. I think I want that Telecaster more than I want my Les Paul with P90s.
Yeah.
And that's a guitar I've always wanted.
I get that.
Maybe it's because I'm on a Telly kick. I got the white Telly.
Yeah.
I got this Telly. And I got my FMT. So actually, let me go get my FMT.
Greta Vandy said he was in town all day. He got home and asked his wife if she missed him. She said yes, with every round so far.
Wow.
Man, I would second guess going home, bro.
You might want to, Beretta Vandy, you might want to buy one of those Kevlar guitars. Just saying, you know, say, honey, it's not a vest, I just bought a Kevlar guitar. You keep that with you at all times. So let me go get this other guitar, and Brian's going to take over for a couple seconds.
Heck yeah. But now, kind of going back with like with the whole Fender thing, most customers that's been coming through, like I say, it's been like 50-50 split maybe. Some folks, they just don't really care about, anything that's pretty much going on with Fender. And some other folks, they're like, I'm getting rid of everything. Which for me, I'm like, well, that's fine if you feel the need to. But Fender already got their money. I mean, when you bought the instrument. So if it's something that you are out like boycotting Fender or anything like that, if you're one of those folks right now, don't be ashamed to buy a used one, because then your money's not going to Fender. It's going to the fellow you're buying the instrument there from. And daggone this bar. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. The guy that owns that, he's a tech too.
Yeah, he is.
The set screw is on the bottom. So you've got to take the tremolo arm all the way down.
Oh.
And the set screw's in the base of the tremolo. That's the only issue, guys, I have with that. It's a Squire tremolo. So if you look at like the Wilkinson, on the pocket, the set screw's on the top.
Yeah.
So you can get in there, easy access. While they put the ring and the set screw under the bridge to where you gotta bend the bar all the way down to the body to get to get to the set screw.
You got one right here.
So it needs to be tightened just a little bit.
Mechanic Jam said rip some licks.
Right there.
And
Oh,
vodka.
it's right there. Oh, I'm wrong. Look, the real guitar tech just found the set screw.
Oh yeah.
It is on top.
Yeah. So you're
Why
good.
did I think it was? I have a guitar that's on the bottom.
I guarantee. Which one is that? I know which one you're talking
I
about.
thought it was that one. You know what? I think it's the Wilkinson.
Yeah, I think
I think it's on the Yamaha that it's in the bottom.
That's.
I have one that's on the bottom, and I'm like, why would they put the set screw under the bridge? So I got it backwards. It's the Wilkinson that's like that.
Vox said nice case.
Yes. Guys, when I buy guitars, like I want to get a nice case for this guitar. I'm going to get an SKB case, the flight case for it. When I ordered this guitar, I ordered it at Shenandoah Music. I told him, I said, I want a nice case, but I don't want a square case. I told him, I said, I kind of want like a banjo style case. And he showed me a picture of this one, and they had it in black. And I said, man, if that was in tweed. And he goes, oh, they make it. It was $250. They sold it to me for $199, which I guess isn't hateful, but it's tweed. Dude, this thing is stupid nice case. And if you didn't hear, I had my lapel mic on. Yeah, that was this case crashing in the other room. So this is what it looks like inside. It's a beautiful case. Check that out.
That is nice.
Gold carpet. And what I like about it, look how it fits the guitar. There is no, shake that thing, feel it.
Yeah, there's no wiggle at all.
There's no wiggle.
I mean, none.
This case was designed just for the Telecaster. So this is a Fender case. And it is so squishy and plush. And what's nice, when the neck is in the cradle, the base of the guitar is right in the base of the case. So it's designed to fit. So this is my FMT. And this is a wonderful instrument.
There you go.
And it's one of those things, I don't understand why this guitar doesn't sell more. Look at that. It's a Telecaster with a set neck.
Steve said bulletproof telly.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you're a Les Paul, you like the sound of a Les Paul, but you don't like tying a cinder block around your neck. Buy an FMT. Mahogany body, just like a Les Paul. Maple neck, set neck, no bolts. 2 Seymour Duncan Pearly Gate pickups, hardtail bridge. Yep, got a coil split, 3-way switch. Got great tuners on it. And this neck, here, check it. Well, one of my hand, you set that guitar up.
Yeah, I remember it.
And everyone picked on me about that. When I ordered the guitar, I said, look, I want the guitar, I want the case, and I want Brian to set it up. And they said, you want Brian to set it up? I'm like, yes. I don't want to mess with it. I want to purchase a guitar, and when I come and pick it up, I want it. Now, that was, what, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago?
Probably 2 years, maybe
I
a little after.
I haven't
Yeah.
touched a screw on it.
Well,
I've never adjusted the truss rod on it. I've never. This guitar has been so stable. To me, that's worth its weight in gold. You buy a guitar, you're not tweaking on it. I've had a couple guitars every season. You got to adjust the neck, adjust the neck, adjust the neck. I haven't done. This guitar stays. And I'm not saying it stays perfect.
Yeah.
You can see there's a little bit of difference season to season, but it doesn't get to the point where the action's too high or too low.
You got to bust out your tools, yeah. I was going to say, yeah, I remember this one really well, and it looks exactly like I did back then, even how I radiused your pull pieces.
Yeah, it's an awesome playing guitar.
I know you just like, well, like what you saying, like this compared to a Les Paul, it also has a 12-inch radius fingerboard. So like Les Paul's, you got that same deal. The only difference is the scale length.
I like 25.5. I get, if you're a 24.75 player, I get it. It bends strings a little easier. But if you're having issues with the weight of a Les Paul,
Yeah, that's the way I'd go.
this guitar is like 2 pounds lighter. And it's a set neck. It's an awesome guitar.
Those inlays are beautiful.
Yeah. It's got great inlays on it. And just the figuring in the rosewood. And this is rosewood. It's not Pero and all that.
Or like my new bass, the Panga Panga.
Panga Panga.
I don't know why it's so funny to me.
That I wanted you to bring that bass so bad.
Yeah, I should have. Like I said,
Next Tech Talk, we're gonna do the bass.
I'll tell you how busy I've been and how tired I am. I even forgot today was Thursday.
I was wondering. I sent you the text, and I'm like, he must be really busy back there.
Dude, it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, this guitar's, that's an amazing guitar.
Let me give you guys a close-up of this fingerboard, and I want you to look at the grain in this fingerboard. I'm going to get it right up to the camera where you can see it. See the white in the grain? Look at those inlay dots. The blues, the purples, the greens. Check them out. I'm sorry. This is a beautiful guitar. It's just needs to be tuned.
We'll blame that from it, you know.
It's just a great guitar.
I geek out is just a wood grain on the back there.
Yeah, this is a three-piece body, guys.
Yeah.
You know, this guitar has went up $200 since I bought it.
Jupe said Randy Rhoads was 5'5" and weighed next to nothing, and he didn't have a problem with a heavy Les Paul.
Yeah, but he was very young.
Yeah. Then there's that.
You know, me personally, I've had a couple Les Pauls. I sold my Les Paul, really, I hate to say it, because of the weight. It was just really heavy.
Steve said it's purty.
Yeah, this is a beautiful guitar.
Timmy said gorgeous.
Yeah.
Vox said looks fantastic.
Yeah. When you guys see these, pick one up, because there's nothing Telecaster sounding about this guitar.
Nothing.
It's not twangy. It's not. It sounds like a Les Paul. That's the best way of describing what this guitar sounds like. It's Fender's Les Paul.
That's a good way to put it.
They should market it as such. I'm thinking on an Epiphone at this price point, because this guitar now, I paid $950 for this one.
Yeah.
I want to say it's $1150 now. The Epiphone, inspired by Gibson, is right at $1250.
Oh, wow.
I haven't played one of those yet, but I know this is better than the last versions that they made. When I bought this, the Epiphone that was $950 did not play as nice as the FMT. But they've got that new line inspired by Gibson, and everyone says it's really good.
Timmy said, I just won a 9.7 pound Reaper last night.
Ooh, 9.7 pounds. I had a Gibson Explorer, and it was right at 12 pounds.
Yeah, sounds right.
It was right at 12 pounds. The back tail piece back here was all chipped up because we played small bars, and I kept hitting the cymbals and the drum stands and the mic stands, and it had that big beak headstock, and it was all chipped up on the end from hitting stuff.
Weight reduction.
It was. That thing was such a... And mine was so heavy, it was a Kalamazoo custom shop, and it had the full Gigsby.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, the weighted Gigsby with the big thick arm and the extra big spring. That probably weighed at least a pound just for that Gigsby tremolo that was in it. Yeah, that guitar, I really liked it. It was just so heavy. At the end of the set, I remember I went into Shenandoah and I told Roger I wanted a real wide strap. And he goes, what do you want a wide strap for? And I'm like, well, that Les Paul, I mean, that Explorer you sold me, because I bought it off of him when he was at G&M Music, when he was just a sales guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, you still got that guitar? I'm like, yeah, and it's killing my shoulder. So he gets me this, it's like a 3.5-inch wide strap.
Yeah.
And even with that wide strap, at the end of the set list, I'm going like this. I'm like, yeah, this is just too heavy. And it was cool. I played that guitar when we did the Scorpions. We did the Scorpions and a couple other songs, and I would play that guitar. But I played my PV Nitro mostly.
Yeah.
It was like 7 pounds, 12 ounces,
It's a great
13
guitar,
ounces.
too.
Time Surfing Alien said, I'm eyeballing an Epiphone Nighthawk custom reissue Cherry Sunburst. Man, that thing is gorgeous.
Nighthawk.
What do those go for, price-wise?
She just said, what was that one used, hon? Did you say?
No, it's a reissue is what I said.
How much?
I don't know. There's no...
Tell us how much that one is. Oh, you got the case over there. I'll let you put it back in the case. The inspired by, and something I did fix, guys. Let me see if I can conjure up Sweetwater. Since we're talking about it. What was the name of that Epiphone, hon?
Nighthawk.
All right, Epiphone.
There we go. All right.
Ooh, okay, custom reissue.
Cherry Sunburst.
They're not showing, they only have black. colon save view. Well, it's saying the trans black is no longer available, and that's the only one Sweetwater is showing. So let me go to, let me see if I can get this to work. Okay, I did get that feed to work, but I forgot to add the audio.
Yeah.
I can't do it during the stream, guys. So I promise next stream we will have the computer screen window fixed so you guys can actually hear me. I did get one of the picture-in-picture windows to work, and I don't remember which one. So until I get familiar with all the buttons, we're going to kind of skip the picture-in-picture. But you guys got to see it. What I was saying when she told me that you guys couldn't hear me, if you look at the bridge pickup on that guitar, they didn't just roll it at an angle, they shifted the pickups like this because the pole pieces align with the screws, which is cool. I'm not going to say a lot of fan fret guitars do this. The problem is there's 2 or 3 common angles that pickup manufacturers use so you can get replacement pickups. I can already tell you that Gibson, you're not going to find one.
Devastator said, "Stop pushing buttons, Avery."
I like pushing buttons.
What does this one do?
So what you got to do, I did this on another guitar that had pickups like that. You have to take the base plate that holds the bobbins and you have to dismantle the pickup out of the base plate. Take your new pickup, dismantle it, unwire it, and then take your winded coils, mount it in the other base plate, rewire it, and then you can use it. I forget the angles, but Seymour Duncan, DiMarzio, all these companies have like 3 different angles for guitars. That's the issue with fan fret guitars.
Yeah.
And there's no standard. So you might find one that has 26.5 scale length on the E that goes down to, let's say, 25.5 on the high E, or 24 3/4. Then you might find one that's 24 3/4 on the high E that goes just to 25.5 on the E. They're all over the place. And then how they fan fret it makes a difference. They can use the bridge, go straight, and fan fret it out across the neck. Or they can blend the two together, where the bone nut at the top of the guitar is tilted and then the bridge is tilted. All that affects the angle of the pickup. That's an issue with fan fret guitars when you go to replace pickups. So keep that in mind. Try to find out what the angle is, then go right to Seymour Duncan and DiMarzio and see if you can get pickups at that rake angle for that guitar.
Wicked Fester said, "Rail pickups fixes all."
I haven't had rail pickups in a long time. I had an Ibanez with rails. And then I had a Seymour Duncan hot rail, which was a single coil with 2 blades.
Yeah, I've had those before.
That's the only ones. Everything else I have now are poles.
Yeah, I like the poles.
I think rails are grittier.
Brett of Andy said Kramer angled pups are a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I haven't ever owned a Kramer with the angle. I own an NK that has angled pickups and another guitar. I can't remember. I know I got one more guitar that the pickups have been skewed. And both of those guitars, neither one of them I can get replacement pickups for because of the angle of the pickup. So you gotta order the pickup that you want that's a split, you know, like a humbucker with two single wheels put together, dismantle it out of the base plate, dismantle the factory pickup, steal the base plate with the angled bracket, and then manually reassemble the new pickup in that bracket and rewire your wound coils together. The odds of you being able to slip those coils like this back and forth is probably 0. So you're gonna have to go in there with a set of flush cut pliers or nips, cut that little wire from the start and finish between the two bobbins, reinstall it, solder it back together, and then solder your leads back on the pickup. If you don't feel comfortable working with those little teeny weeny wires, and it is thin wire,
Yeah.
don't even do it.
No, it's not easy.
You can really screw it up pretty quick. All right, any more questions here? Because it's tech talk. We have yet to answer a tech question.
Right?
No, I was gonna say Vox said I put a rail pickup in the bridge of my Strat. I like it a lot. Different tools for different jobs.
Yeah. I wish I were not. Did I ever tell you? I bought a Fender, no, what, it was a Squire Vintage Vibe. I put David Gilmour EMG Active, the whole pickup that come with the pickguard and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Popped that in it. And then I found a Killer 2700 Killer bridge. And I rerouted the guitar and I put that bridge in it. And I had to cut the neck up here
Yeah.
and flatten this and add a piece of wood for the locking nut to set in it. I should have never sold that guitar. It was such an awesome guitar. But I left, it was a pre-done EMG pickguard, so it still had the volume in 2 tones. And I kept hitting the volume knob. So
The classic.
now I would just eliminate a tone and do either a dual tone stack or just a single tone and a volume.
That's what I do, just single tone of volume. Just keep
Yeah.
simplified.
Oh, what'd you all do with that tone stack pickup that Jason was working on? Did he get that sprayed out and working, or?
Oh, you talking about on that pedal? That
I
preamp or what
thought
he was
it
working
was
on?
a guitar or something. I know it was a dual potentiometer, a stacked
Yeah,
potentiometer.
it was. What was that thing on? It was on a. It was on a preamp. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it was an Ampeg. I can't remember the brand. But no,
He didn't get it.
no. Even I was checking it out, and it's first going through it. It was the bottom sleeve was grabbing onto the top part of the pot adjustment, and it's just kind of rotating it. So I was able to straighten that out. Okay, cool. Put the knobs back on it. It'd grab it again. Pop the knobs off. It worked just fine. So whatever it is the fitment of the knobs to the pot. So I took a reamer, cleaned it out, checked it over, put it back together, catch again. Oddest thing.
Vox said, okay, question. How hard would it be to install the Jimmy Page wiring kit into my Les Paul?
I can't imagine it'd be all that difficult.
Yeah, I don't know what that entails. I don't know what the Jimmy Page kit is.
He used, I'm trying to remember.
But the Les Paul's not a hard guitar to work on. It
No.
really isn't. You've got that 3-way switch up here, and the hardest part is that fishing that wire from the top of the body down into the pickup cavity. Other than that, there's a small run between the 2 pickup cavities, and there's an angle bore from the bridge pickup cavity into the control cavity. But the only one that'll give you a fit is the 3-way switch one.
I'm trying to remember what entails with that Jimmy Page one. I think I did 2 or 3 since I've been doing this. Most of the times when I'm wiring a Les Paul, folks had me do the 50s, style wiring.
Oh yeah, that was
But-
big. Just this year, that had a big resurgence.
Yeah, it's been really big. But the cool thing is, most of my clients, I talk to them about independent wiring instead of dependent. So that way, when you have your switch, we ain't got some with the toggle, but anyways, well, this one. But when it's in the middle position and you cut back one of the volume knobs, it kills the volume completely. But if you swap just 2 wires on each pot, you can have it to where even if you have in the middle position, you turn that volume, roll that volume all the way off, that one pickup is still going to be active and has volume. So it acts more like a blender instead of a, yeah.
Tim,
Oh, okay.
Timmy said, I have a question. Are Scarred Reaper first gen any good?
Do you know what that is?
No idea.
Scar My Guitar. It's a fellow on YouTube. So RYOBI made the guitar. The only thing I ever heard about them is that they were ungodly heavy. That's what I heard. Now, his wife, what's his wife's name?
I don't remember.
I want to say Peggy. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I can't. Now they wind their own pickups. So he's ordering RYOBI product. He's doing a setup and putting their own pickups in it and selling it. I don't know. I've never played one, so I can't say one way or the other. I'm going to say at $750, I think it was a real stretch. And I think that's just too much money for an RYOBI that has been taken out of the box and had moderate setup to it. I could be wrong. Maybe they are going through every guitar and doing a full fret level, fret dressing, putting all new pickups in it. If he's doing all that, it's still pushing it.
His wife's name is Kathy.
Kathy, yeah.
And-
So I think Kathy is winding the pickups for the new ones. I haven't heard them. I know the new ones are lighter. Whether or not I like it or not, it's an RYOBI. That's what you have to remember. An RYOBI on the top end is $250. Period.
Yeah, I got one of those in the shop right now.
And Wicked Fester said Jimmy Page is cool splits and phase switching with push-pull.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound, I mean, changing a pot from a standard pot to a push-pull, isn't difficult. Did he say it was a Gibson or an Epiphone? The only issue you'll have,
I think it was an Epiphone.
on Epiphone, it's metric. So if you put CTS pots in it,
Well, he just said Les Paul, that's all.
yeah, Les Paul. If it's a Gibson Les Paul and you put CTS pots in it, you're gonna have to ream the holes. If you put CTS in it, it's a 24 spline count that really, really, really limits your knob selection.
Yeah.
If you go to Alpha or some of the other, believe me guys, there's nothing wrong with Alpha pots. Alpha makes a good pot. It's just like CTS. People go, oh, I got a CTS pot. Well, did you get a good CTS pot or did you buy their budget pot? You can buy a CTS pot for $7. Or you can buy a $20 CTS pot that has lots more carbon on the tracer and it's a dual fingers on the pot traces. So it's got 4 fingers instead of 2. So it's got 2 little pieces of metal that ride on that carbon trace. The larger the diameter of the pot, the more carbon that's there.
His LP's a Gibson.
Yeah. So you will have no problem putting any knob in it. If you put a metric knob in it, there's going to be a little playroom in the knob in the hole, but it's fine. But if you had an Epiphone and you put CTS or Barnes in it, you're going to have to take a reamer and ream the hole out a little bit. And like I said, you've really limited your pot, your knobs. Wherein you can buy speed knobs for the standard count, the import potentiometer, and the 24. So if you're looking for the real Gibson look, you can buy that knob in either or.
Todd says, how about the DiMarzio low friction pot?
Are you paying for part of the name? Yes. Is it a better pot? Yes.
They are good pots.
It's just, do you want to spend the extra money? It's a good pot. Seymour Duncan actually makes some really nice pots. Seymour Duncan makes 2 pots that are the Ingve Malmsteen lettered. There's extra carbon. It's a full size. The carbon traces are bigger. The fingers are bigger. It's just a better pot. The materials used in it are just better. How much better is it going to sound? Are you going to hear a difference? Probably not, but it's going to last.
Devastator said, we missed that. Show us the speed knob sign again, Avery.
How's that go? Is that?
It's like a rap artist. Chicka, 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 chicka. The big difference is, like I said, just in the quality of the materials. Alpha makes a good pot. Even if you buy their basic pot, it's still a decent pot. Alpha makes a higher end pot. If you want to spend $15 versus their $9 pot, it's a better pot. When you go from a micro pot to a large pot, the big difference is the diameter of the radius that the carbon trace is on. The larger the diameter, the more accurate in between will be.
Mechanic Jam said the stock Epi pots are trash.
Yeah, so those are output jacks.
On output jacks, I only use one. If I do a pure tone jack. A lot of people will complain the first time they go to plug it in and just say, it takes too much effort to plug the cord in. If you're on stage and you're standing on your cord and you move and it pulls on it, you don't get that from the. It's just a better contact. I've never replaced one from it being failing.
Yeah.
It's 3 times the cost, but it's a good jack. Are you going to hear the difference? Probably not. This channel's about honesty. What you're going to get is longevity. That's the thing.
How honest can I get? Like, really honest?
Yeah.
Epiphone jacks, as soon as you buy an Epiphone, rip that son of a you-know-what out and get you a good one put in there. Those are the biggest piece of junks I've ever seen in my life. And, yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Steve said DJ Mr. Squirrel.
DJ Mr. Squirrel.
Firefly has the exact same problem. They have an output jack that's got a nylon gasket on it. You're going to be okay for a year and a half, 2 years. But the metal is flimsy. So every time you plug it in, it bends that piece of metal. And eventually it just gets to where when you plug it in, it just feels like butter. It's like...
Well, I was going to say with the Epiphone ones too, the reason why I hate them so much, because they strip out. Like, in no time at all, so that you can't keep them tight. The nut on the top gets... And what it is, if
red
you look
lock
at them,
tight.
they're... Yeah, right? Just weld that sucker on there. But...
TIG welder.
You know, an output jack's just round, 1/4 inch, just round. And you got thread that goes all the way across it. Well, on the Epiphone ones, don't know why, but there's 2 flat spots.
I got the ultimate question. Is it shittier than that plastic Ibanez jack that they're using now?
It is.
It's crappier than that?
Yeah, I mean, if I bought an Epiphone and I seen that jack, that's the first thing. I mean, other than the strings, that's the next thing to go.
That's pretty sad because the only issue I have with the new AZ 600 and under is that stupid output jack.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, you're Ibanez, come on. It's a nice guitar. Yeah. You're spending what, maybe 40 cents on this output jack, and the other one might be $1.
Yeah.
At their cost, because they're buying thousands.
Cole says, do you know?
I tell you what, Ibanez, charge me $2 more for the guitar and put a freaking decent jack in the guitar.
Yeah.
Cole says, do you know about the Peter Green, Gary Moore, Les Paul wiring pickups?
I don't.
No, I can't say I do.
I don't.
We're going to have to look that up.
If someone drops off something like that, I'll get online and look up the wiring. You know, I did a couple guitars here. They wanted kooky things. And they're like, you ever done this? I'm like, no. But if I can find a schematic and you tell me what it is and what's it doing, I'll find the schematic and we'll wire it. It's not rocket science, guys. What is it? It's Einstein photo. It's guitar something, guitarparts.com or something. It's got a picture of Einstein. I find they have some great wiring schematics.
Oh, guitar. I think maybe it's called guitarelectronics.com.
Yeah, guitarelectronics.com.
And that's what I was
It's
going to say
Einstein.
to the fella that was talking about the Jimmy Page wiring. Because before you start any project like that, one, make sure that your pickups have the capability, which means they have the leads. You know,
Right.
you can't have a 2-lead humbucker pickup and expect a coil split, because it ain't going to happen. But yeah, you could go on guitarelectronics.com, look up wiring schematics, or sometimes you can just Google it and an image will pop up and you're like, oh, check this out.
Seymour Duncan also has good schematics. Same with DiMarzio.
Yeah, those are really good.
I like guitarelectronics.com. I have, maybe, I'm not saying that they were wrong. I have followed one or two of their diagrams in the past and had issues,
Yeah.
okay, with how they said to wire it, and I had to make small changes. But I've used that site a lot.
The Peter Green pup has the magnet flipped.
Right. They're flipping the magnet.
They're apparently wired wrong and gave a special sound.
Yeah.
out of phase.
There was another gentleman on YouTube. He did a really interesting video.
Phase reversal.
He took freaking 16 penny nails and he mounted them to the bottom of the pickup and he fused them to it just to add weight and mass and metal. And you could audibly hear the difference in the metal.
That's kind of cool.
On what it did to the pickup. And I was sitting there, I'm watching this guy, I'm like, what the f is this guy doing? And then he was telling, it made sense. I'm like, but he was just using scrap metal parts.
Yeah.
So he did that, and then he found a piece of scrap metal and he cut it out with his angle grinder, slapped that on there, and everything, none of it sounded the same. It all made little tiny changes.
Oh.
So if you want to get technical, you can do a lot of stuff, guys, just with scraps, you know. I mean, look at Eddie Van Halen's guitar that was butchered. You know, those guys wasn't making any money. He was just throwing parts together, trying to hot rod his guitar the best he could. And I guarantee you, the first night he did that, if you would have told him, hey man, in 50 years, people are going to be building guitars just like this with your screwed up wiring, he'd be like, well, I'm just poor. And that's all it was about. He was just trying to make do with what he had available.
A lot of musicians back then did that. You know, well, Brian May, look at him.
Yeah.
You know, I
well, his
him
dad
and
him built that guitar, right?
Yeah, it's him and his dad.
Yeah.
And they just wanted to get experimental. And then it came the monstrosity with a million switches that, honestly, I'd love to have one of those guitars. Just because I never play it, you know. I don't really play electric, but it's like, I don't know, it's cool.
I think Firefly made a version of that guitar. And I think Harley Benton has made a really nice version of that guitar.
I think Harley Benton has. I think I've seen that, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Todd said, make all pickups with a USB-C connection and call it a day.
I mean,
Just put the interface right in the guitar.
yes.
Tom Surfing Alien said most of the cool innovations were screw-ups.
Yeah.
Let me qualify something, guys. I think a guitar needs to stay a guitar. Technology and effects and stuff like that, they change.
You
Your
don't like
taste change.
Those robo-tuners, you didn't like them?
Oh, yeah, they were great for already breaking off the fragile headstocks.
Oh,
RYOBI makes a version of the what is it, the Frankenstrat or whatever it's called?
Here, buy this guitar. You don't need to drop it to break the headstock off. It'll just robo-tune and How many Gibsons did that break headstocks off of? They just went squirrely and broke the freaking headstock off the guitar.
Jit Boy says, I have the prototype Kramer did for Eddie, Rick, and others worked for Kramer, was my guitar tech on tour.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Kramer did a lot of stuff for Eddie back at the time. I don't know if that was ESP or that other company that was actually making the necks for Kramer at the time. There at the end, Kramer really wasn't doing anything. They outsourced all their parts and they were just assembled here.
Yeah.
I think 85, it was probably 87, it was 100% outsourced. And I'm not saying that there was an issue with that. It's a shame what happened to Kramer. You know, when you got a box of neck plates, and they're just thrown in there in the production line. They're just reaching in, grabbing a plate, slapping it on the guitar, and no one was keeping track of the serial numbers. Kramer had a really unique history. I have an 86 Kramer Pacer Imperial that's mint in the flip-flop color. It's a beautiful guitar, plays great. This particular one has the ESP neck. I can't remember the name. It's starts with an S. The other company that was making necks for Kramer. It was the exact same thing with the Floyd Rose and Kramer. Everyone knows I'm not a big Floyd Rose fan. I wasn't a Floyd Rose fan even before they sued Kaler. But after the lawsuit on Kaler, it took. I can't look at a Floyd Rose and go, yeah, there's innovation. I can't.
Todd?
And this is an opinion, everyone has them, and I want to kind of touch base on it so everyone just doesn't think I'm a dick. The Kaler 2700 Killer was a fulcrum-based tremolo that you could change the saddle with this way, okay? You could also intonate it this way. You could move the bar and lock it and make it a fixed tail. Move the bar this way, it became a floating bridge. And you didn't have to cut the ball ends off. You thread the string through the tremolo over the seat socket, and the pin, the tube, threaded out and locked it on the seat. Such a far superior design. Even in tremolo design today, the 2700 Killer still is the best tremolo ever manufactured.
Jupe says, Avery, the white Strat Firefly guitar that you sold in roasted neck and fretboard, that thing plays awesome. He forgot the price though, LOL.
Yeah, that guitar was like $239 from Firefly. That was those guitars, the ash body Fireflies that were walnut sandblasted, that manufacturer, that vendor for Firefly, they were making really nice guitars. So that one was more of the Ibanez body. So they had that one, the more Strat traditional body, and then they had the Les Paul. Those were the three models that company was making for Firefly.
Jit Boy said Godot Floyds are great.
I like the Godot. There's nothing wrong with Godot.
Mechanic Jam said my hip shot trim on my Kiesel is awesome.
Hip Shot. Hip Shot makes good stuff too. If you speak to Dave on the phone, the only reason Dave doesn't make the 2700 Killer anymore, it just costs too much. There's too much machining. And no one wants to spend $900 on a tremolo.
Yeah. But
back to what it was, Floyd sues Kaler based on a fulcrum design. Well, Floyd Rose didn't even invent the fulcrum. Leo Fender did.
Yeah.
That's who designed the fulcrum bridge. So Leo Fender should have sued Floyd. So if it would have been about that, Floyd Rose would have allowed or made the court say, yes, he can manufacture this bridge, but it has to say licensed by. They couldn't because it wasn't their design. So they skewed it by saying, well, it's a fulcrum bass. Okay? It had nothing to do with it. When Kahler came out with the Spider, it said licensed by, but they could manufacture it. So if it had anything to do with the fulcrum bass, how come Floyd Rose didn't allow Kahler to manufacture that bridge? Because Dave Kahler already had the patents in for that bridge. They couldn't manufacture it. So I have an issue with Floyd on that reason. Even everyone says we can adjust the saddles on a Floyd Rose and you can get it to intonate. That's not the only problem with a Floyd Rose. If you look at where your fulcrum is, and this is your pins, and your fulcrum point is where it balances, where it pivots, that's your fulcrum, in relation to where the string goes over the saddle. When you move a Floyd Rose, you're going to notice your string action height goes up when you push down, and it goes up or down on the neck when you pull up on it. If you look at a 2700, depending on the manufacturer, and they positioned the post right, the way the saddles moved, the fulcrum was almost right on the pivot point of the saddle. So when you moved the tremolo, you had very little action height change on your guitar. Floyd Rose sucks at that. If you get a Charvel or a Jackson, really pay attention, because from model to model, like the Kelly, this distance from here to here will change. And they're depending on these saddles to move back and forth. A good way of looking, look at your Floyd Rose and look at your E saddle. On the back of the Floyd Rose, it comes up, okay? Run your fine tuner all the way down. If your fine tuner doesn't go all the way down and this saddle hits that angle, I guarantee you, your positions of your post are set too far back in your body. But these manufacturers have gotten so lazy, they just move the saddle back. The further you move that saddle back from the Floyd Rose fulcrum, the worse that fulcrum deflection is in your playing height. Okay, it's going to go from your in neutral position, what you want, to a real high playing action when you bend it, and a real low playing action when you pull up. You know, like, well, I'm not necessarily playing the guitar when I bend the bar. Well, if I hit a harmonic and I pull up on the bar for a scream, I don't want it to fret out.
No.
I don't want that string to come down and hit the fret. Okay? If I do this, and I'm gonna go like this, I don't want these two strings to move. Okay, I want that distance to stay the same. You didn't have, I'm not gonna say the Kahler was 100% spot on, it wasn't. Okay, it's, the action height still moves a little bit. But where their fulcrum is in relation to the saddles is far better. And he had the patent on that. The way the base plate is so much wider, and the screws, the posts, are further apart, which made the bridge more stable. That was one advantage. And then when you did this, that locked the bridge. Now it's a fixed tail. If I went back like that, now it's a floating bridge. Now it's a fixed tail. It's a floating bridge. Oh, I blocked my Floyd Rose. Well, now you can't use it. With a Kahler, I swing back, it's blocked. I don't need to take the guitar apart. I swing the arm back, now it's floating. It's just a better guitar. Sorry,
Goodness
hon.
gracious. Jip Boy says, I have a Kahler on a Fender Prodigy that stays in tune great. Also 93-ish Fender.
Yeah, Kahler also makes the cam bass bridges. And I think Jupe, you said Jupe was in the chat earlier. Jupe doesn't like a firm bridge. So if you like, let's say like the Jaguar feel, the kind of the spongy,
Yeah.
the Kahler cam. bridge.
Oh, okay.
It's very spongy. It's accurate. Some people like them. I'm going to say this is in between. This bridge on the Sire is probably in between the Floyd and the Cam. So I don't know which one Jupe is talking about, whether it's a Cam bridge or a Fulcrum bass bridge. I like them both.
Devastator
I'm just
said,
a fan of the Fulcrum bass.
Devastator said box time.
Is it Vox time already?
It's 9 o'clock.
Ooh, it's 9 o'clock. I got to take a break tonight, guys, because we have banana pudding. Did she tell you about the banana pudding?
Yeah, I could take some home.
Yeah. We're going to have another cookout, too, just so you guys know.
You don't get none. Sorry.
I'll have to make more banana pudding.
Oh, all right, guys. If you're new here, we try to this is Thursday Night Tech Talk. So we talk about guitar setups. We talk about different products, whether it's tuners, guitars. You know, there's so many different things out on the market that you could do to your guitar. Some of it, like we were talking about earlier, it's just about longevity. You know, I've always said you can buy a $30 capacitor, tone capacitor for your guitar. Will you hear the difference? Maybe I'm not a skilled enough guitar player and my ear isn't tuned. Personally, I can't hear the difference.
No, only with the microfarad reading, that you may get from it. Other than that, like the paper and oil and stuff, I don't see where there's any difference other than just the bragging rights of I have paper and oil.
I can hear, what's the little yellow disc capacitor?
Ceramic.
I can hear the difference between that capacitor and an orange drop.
Yeah, you can definitely hear a difference with that.
But what I'm saying, when you go from, like, let's say a $12 a nice cap to a $30 cap, I'm not going to say that the people that say they hear a difference don't.
Yeah, there's a chance they could.
They can. If you perceive the difference and it's worth it to you, then it's worth it to you. Just like we were just talking about the Seymour Duncan pot at $34 versus, an Alpha pot.
Yeah.
I think there you're just talking about longevity. Is there an audible difference? Well, there's more carbon, so it's going to let more signal through, so there's probably something there. Can you perceive the difference?
Jit Boy had asked if you brought your bass, Brian.
I didn't.
Somebody forgot it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a rough week, man.
Yeah, he's a guitar tech, and you can tell it's been a rough week on him this week.
The last 2 weeks have been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Not bad, it's just,
I've had work weeks like that. The week before last was like that.
And this week it's, I'll bust out the therapy couch, but this week has been the week of, I bought this at auction. And let's just say the one I especially had today, I'm like, I swear, if somebody brings something else in from auction, I'm just going to burn it for them. Just put it out of its misery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I think if you do it for fun and you have some knowledge, you can buy guitars like that. I
feel bad
what's
for
that?
the folks, man, because they're spending this money. Like this lady, she bought an Epiphone Casino. I think she said, spent $250 on the guitar. I got about $250 of labor that I got to put into it. Okay. So, and she's like, "Let's do it." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" I got one over there for sale for $350, and it's like brand new.
Right. I was going to say, I think the Casino goes now for like $550 up to $900, depending on which one you get.
Yeah, and this ain't that one. It's not the 900 guy.
I've played the $900 one. I'm not going to say that it was bad. I didn't think it was as nice as my older Epiphone Dot.
No.
It was nice, but there's just something about my older Dot.
And I'm not trying to sound mean, because I know I've seen I pick on a lot of different instruments, but these Casinos feel cheap to me. I don't know, when I pick them up, even test play them after I do all my work, I'm like, man, this guitar just feels cheap.
Have you played the Sire hollow body?
I haven't.
Dude, that's a nice freaking guitar.
Oh, good. I can't wait to get my hands on one of them.
If guys are looking for it, check out a Sire, or find an older Epiphone Dot. That's what I have, and I love my Epiphone Dot.
Yeah, those are good.
I guess the big thing, like looking around here, I have instruments by so many different manufacturers, and they all have pros and cons. Man, just go out, don't be a brand snob. Go out and pick something up. I'm not saying that you're going to love it, but just go out and go, well, I've never played a Gretsch. Let's pick up this Gretsch. You might go, oh, this Gretsch sucks.
I've had a couple of those.
You might go over and pick up the Epiphone. Wow, this Epiphone sucks. You might pick up an AMH from Ibanez and just go, holy crap, I didn't know Ibanez made a hollow body like this. Ibanez makes a decent hollow body.
Yeah.
Sire, there's so many different companies. Don't put yourself in a corner. Go out and play it. And if you pick one up and you don't like it, I'm going to say don't throw it under the bus with one instrument. Go somewhere else, or if they have another one on the wall, even if it's a color you don't like, go over and pick it up and play it. Every manufacturer can make a dud.
Yeah. Oh, they do.
So
They do.
if you pick it up and like, oh my gosh, this thing's got fret sprout, and it's buzzing, and the tuners are, just put it back on the wall and go, okay, here's another Epiphone. And just pick another one up and go over and play it. If you pick 2 or 3 and it's just not doing it for you, okay, then move to a Gretsch or an Ibanez or a Gibson, or
Yeah, time to try to find something else.
find a different manufacturer and try that guitar and see where you're at with that. And the big thing is, when you ask your buddy to play it, if you bond with it, that's what's important. If you like it and then you took your buddy to the store and you had, oh man, play this thing, it's fantastic. And he goes, it's okay. And then you're like, well, maybe it wasn't that good. If it works for you, buy it. Your buddy's not playing the guitar. It's got to work for you. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the bass I just got.
I like that bass, actually.
It's sole reason why I got it was because of the way it plays and the way it sounds.
I know you were chewing at the bit for a 5-string.
Yeah, I still kind of go back and forth with it. It's like, I hate the feel of the 5. Now the 6, I love the feel of a 6-string neck, but I hate the feel of a 5.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It's something to do with the width. It's just more comfortable in my hand. It's something about
Well,
the 5
6 is going to be wider, isn't it?
It's a little bit wider, but it works. It works.
Okay.
But yeah,
My little squirrel brain can't figure that one out.
it's just something about that 5. It just feels. It's always felt a little awkward to me.
When I play a 4 and a 6, it feels weird because I've had my 5-string for so long.
I think that 5-string you got, that Squire, has probably been one of the smoothest 5-strings I've played in probably a long time.
I love that guitar.
A lot of them just feel clunky. I just don't know how to put it, man. It's like, ugh.
I think a lot of it has to do with the ebonol neck.
That might be.
And people go, well, Squire never made a guitar with ebonol. They did.
Here you go.
Yeah, they did. Squire has a really unique history, guys. The Squire is one of those companies, they've put out some really fantastic guitars through their custom shop or experimental stuff. And most of the time it didn't sell well. And they were fantastic instruments. So if you see a Squire custom shop, play it. If you see a Vintage Vibe, play it. I just saw this new Telecaster that's got the fancy bridge on it. Mm-hmm. It's blue. I don't know if it's 520 some bucks or something, which I thought was kind of steep for a Squire.
Yeah.
But it looks awesome. So I want to play one.
Squire to me has always been like Fender's experimental, process. Because if you notice, a lot of things they do with Squire, they don't do under Fenders.
That's true. I like when they did the Strat Squire and put 2 P90s on it. Mm-hmm. I forget, it was a Paranormal, but it had 2 P90s. I wanted one of those, and now when you find them used, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
It's almost like price scalping.
Yeah.
You know, they bought them. It was a limited run. Now they're trying to get 5 and 6. It's like the Hello Kitty guitar.
Yeah.
You get on Reverb and eBay and they want $1,000 for the Hello Kitty guitar.
I wish I'd have bought one of those years ago.
Well, no, we're talking about the reissue.
Oh, no. Yeah, I couldn't do it now.
And so they paid $550 for it, and now the pink one's out of stock. All you can get's the white one. Get right on Reverb, and there'll be at least 5 or 6 of pink ones for $8,000-9,000.
That's crazy.
So I want one, but I'm not paying $700-800 for a Hello Kitty guitar.
No.
And I just want it as a novelty thing, just to put it on the wall, and people come over and go, "What the hell is that?" "Oh, it's my Hello Kitty guitar."
But you got to make it rip, you know, make it, it's like when they play, they're like, damn, you know, it's like.
I heard they kind of pretty good right out of the box. I don't know if they are.
I ain't seen one there. What? No, wait a minute. No, we
You all
one at the
had
store.
one.
Yeah, we had one, but it was gone. Like,
Because I thought, because when I went in, they had the Hello Kitty guitar,
yeah,
the bag, and one pedal.
yeah.
And asked Linnell, I was thinking about getting it. And I come in the very next weekend, and it was gone. They still had the pedal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I think the guitar was $550 they had it up for, and the pedal was $130.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what the Hello Kitty pedal was.
I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
But
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you get the Hello Kitty bag, the guitar, and the pedal. Oh, and they had a Hello Kitty guitar cord. So
Go get the whole set.
I was going to get the whole damn set and just go, it's Hello Kitty night.
What's up, Paul?
But I didn't do it. I kind of wish now that I would have got it.
Vox said Gretchy's getting impatient.
Oh, okay. It's Vox time. That means we got to let Gretch out for a walk and use the bathroom. Guys, if you haven't already, please go down, hit the thumbs up button, and please consider subscribing. We're trying to be a different kind of channel here where you can just kind of come in, talk, and hang out. We don't have the answers for everything. We're here to talk about it. You guys in the chat, there are some stupid, when I say stupid, talented people in the chat tonight, there's some stupid, talented people in the chat tonight. Everyone has an opinion, okay? Voice your opinion, okay? But if you have an opinion, try to put in there why you think that. Okay, no one needs to know, well, it sucks. Why do you think it sucks? Because for someone why you think it sucks might be, well, it's not a big deal. I'm more interested, does it have this? Or does it do this? So I always qualify people. Please tell us what you like about it or what you don't like about it. And that information really does serve the people, you know, chiming in and asking the question. Okay?
And when we come back, I'll tell everybody why I think Floyd Rose sucks. Just an opinion.
Just an opinion, guys. I'm not saying Floyd Roses suck. When I look at a Floyd Rose, I just know what they did to Dave Kaler. And I think what they did to Dave Kaler, being 100% American made, if you ever work on a Kaler and you use a metric wrench on it, and it's metric hardware, you have a fake Kaler.
Yeah.
There has never been a Kaler made overseas. Every Kaler is machined and made right in Kaler's shop. That's saying something. It's a small company making a niche product, and I like to support that. Look at Floyd Rose. There's some made in China, made in Korea. Now, Floyd Rose, I don't think they've made a bridge in 35 years. They farmed it out to all these other, Schaller was making it for years. So I think the original prototypes were machined, and I don't even think Floyd Rose did that. I think he went into a machine shop, had draft drawings, they machined it, put it together as a prototype, ran around trying to sell it, and then farmed it out when it come to producing. I don't think Floyd Rose actually ever made a bridge.
Probably not.
I think it was always farmed out. If I'm wrong about that, someone please put in there, where was the Floyd Rose made, and did they actually have a mill shop where they actually milled their own component? Because I don't remember them doing that. I could be wrong. Anyway, that's what the topic's about. Guys, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Do I have a break window? That's the question. You know what, guys? I got the starting window and I've got the ending window for tonight. So we're just going to go to the starting window and we'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're gonna need our headphones. I'm still on smoke break. I actually haven't gotten out of the chair.
Yeah, me either.
We shouldn't even have took break because we were sitting here talking frets. We're reading the chat and we're having our own private conversation. Reading the comments on the ball end frets. Searching for tone, had a good comment. Yes, you do lose a little fret area. I think Juke made a comment that he's had strings hang up on conventional frets. I've had that happen once or twice too. I think the reason the ball end fret does it more is a conventional fret on the edge of the fingerboard. This is the edge of the fingerboard. The fret here is squared off. So when the string goes over it and goes back up on the fret, it's making contact with the whole fret end. When you radius that fret end, that creates a chamfer at a 45-degree angle, and that string wants to come back up. Now you have a point in the fret, and it wants to hang up there. If the fret, like you said, is not seated, and they've cut the tang back, then you'll have a problem.
Yeah, I was going to say I had that mostly with frets that it has a neck with binding. Like say you take like a Les Paul or anything of that nature that doesn't have the nibs. But just for example, a neck that has binding on it, sometimes they do not have that fret seated all the way down on the binding.
Sounds like a Leo James.
Well, I hate to say it, but probably. But what ends up happening is that when that string rolls over, it'll just kind of catch underneath that fret and get hung up there. So, a little bit of glue will fix that. But if you want to check to see if that is indeed an issue, I always just take like a filler gauge, maybe
Try to fit up underneath of it.
and I'll just take a real thin filler gauge and just kind of see if it feeds in there. If it does, I'll wick a little glue in there.
See, another thing a lot of people, and I know Firefly does it, I used to go, how well did they level the frets? And we were looking at Firefly, we were looking at Leo James, looking at all these budget guitars. I hate to say it, and if I'm wrong, someone, from one of these manufacturers, please send me an email and some photos of you with a fret beam leveling frets.
With some material actually on the
Right,
fingerboard.
on the beam while you're sanding the thing on their call, on their fret press, to press that fret in, and having their neck work done accurately enough to where when they press all those frets in, it's good enough. When you start using cheap fret wire and the spec isn't perfect, and you get to the end of the spool and that crown and the distance from the tang to the top changes. We're talking about manufacturing consistency in the fret wire.
Yeah.
If that's not consistent and you're cutting a bunch of pieces, you're going to have issues. If you're not pressing it in all the way, you're going to have issues. If you're using a fractal call and you're pressing it once, you're going to have issues. A fractal call is only applying pressure in 3 to 5 spots.
And Kurt says question is, why is the string coming off the neck? I call that bad technique. I have never had a high E get hung up, and I have 3 guitars with ball end frets.
I got a good idea on that. Check and see how your nut is cut and make sure that it's actually,
We were actually just talking about this during the break.
So if this, either string, doesn't matter, but we'll call the treble string here, if it's cut too close to the bevel, it will slip off. So you want, if you have just your conventional beveled fret, from the top to the bevel to the outside here of this E string, you want about 3/32 of an inch. This guitar here, looking at it,
Yeah, that's at least 3 seconds.
yeah, it's at least 3/32.
Another thing, guys, if you look at a chamfering tool, MusicNomad makes one. Everyone makes a different chamfering tool, and basically, what your chamfering tool does, okay, when you lay your chamfering tool on your neck, it rides on the neck, and there's a radius. So if you do it professionally, you should have a chamfering tool for 7.5, 9.5, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. Most people don't. So you're depending on that tool to ride on that neck accurately. But if the radius isn't right, you want to make sure the radius is steeper on the fret tool than the neck. If the neck has a greater radius and you have a flatter tool, the tool will do this on the neck.
Yep.
Okay? I myself only have 2 of those tools. So I have one at a 16-inch radius and one at a 12-inch radius. So if I do a 9.5 or a 7, or a 10, I have to be very careful that I keep that tool traveling straight on the neck. The next issue I have, and I didn't think about it, the angle of the tool, the file, is different than the other one.
Vox said, what about a compound radius neck?
That's even worse. If you have a compound radius neck, I don't know what your compound radius is. Let's say it goes 12 to 16. You want to use a 16-inch tool with your fret file. Because even though when you go down, okay, and the radius becomes 12, it becomes flatter, your tool arc is going to touch on either end of the fretboard. It's going to touch on this end and this end. And then the center's not going to touch. You don't want the center to touch and the outside edges not to touch. Now the tool is going to rock. But if it's touching on either end, it still can't rock. Does that kind of make sense? So if it's a 12 and then a flatter 16, as long as I have a larger radius on my tool, like we're going to say a 12-inch radius on the tool, it's going to fit over that 16 and not touch in the center because that's a steeper radius. And when I get out to the 12, it's going to lay flat. I think I said it backwards the first time. So the radius has to be greater on the tool than the radius on the guitar. It has to touch on either end. The next issue, what you were saying is, there's a 20, 25, 30, and 32 degree chamfer on your tooling. The more chamfer you put on it, the more space you're using up on the fret. Mm-hmm. I like a tighter chamfer. This guitar is probably 25 degree chamfer. And a lot of people go, well, they step it back because it feels smoother. That doesn't make the fret feel any smoother. The end dressing is what makes the fret feel smooth and polished. If you ask Jupe, I've done some work on some of Jupe's guitars, I've done some work on Devastator's guitars. Those two people have received guitars from me that I did what I call a double chamfer. So you've got your fret. I cut the first chamfer at 30 degrees, okay, around the edge of the main chamfer. So my first chamfer is 30, my second chamfer is 60 degrees. And I try to do 1, 2, 1, 2. Then I change to 60 degrees. 1, 2, 1, 2. I lightly hit it with some 1200 grit sandpaper and then I polish it. It sounds easy, but basically by doing this double chamfer, it gives it an eased feeling and it just makes the fret feel better, especially when you polish it. If you do a single chamfer, you can still make it feel good. It's just not as good.
Yeah, good way to put it.
So I think what Kirk was saying, when the string rolls off, maybe the neck is too narrow. And you're going to see this more with guitars with floating bridges. Because Floyd Rose only makes X nuts, okay? So when they try to shoehorn that nut on the guitar, it may not be right. That's why when I review guitars, I'm always checking, does the locking nut protrude out past the neck? Well, why would it do that? Well, they only make a 42.1 and then like a 42.8, something like that. So if they cut that neck 42, the nut's going to stick out on either side of the neck. So what does that mean? Now your low E and your high E spacing is going to be out further on the edge of the neck because the nut is sticking out on either side. That's going to decrease the amount of fret playing surface that you have and cause the problem. There's a lot of issues and there's a lot to it. That's why a lot of people watch the reviews. Well, I don't care if it's sticking out there a little bit. And maybe I don't qualify it. When I go, oh, you know, the nut's sticking out. I should probably say, hey, they have sanded this neck down to 42. And this, even though they're saying it's a 42-inch nut, the only company I have found that makes a 42-inch width nut is Music Lily.
Oh, yeah.
That you might get, and it's 42.
Yeah.
The Goth is like 42.15. The Floyd's like 42, yeah, 42.3, 42.8. So it's not just that. If you look at the width of the nut, they have two versions. So if you look at an R2, and don't quote me on this, I don't know which one's which. The R2, I think, is 42.3 something, okay, on the width. But that also tells you the height. From the seat cut to where the groove is cut, there's a particular height there. I want to say it's 7 millimeters or 8 millimeters or something. I think the R4 nut is the same width. It's either an R4, R5, or R6. I can't remember. It's the same width, but the deck height has been increased.
Vox,
So, hold on. Let me finish this thought. So, if you have a guitar and you're putting a shim underneath your nut because it's buzzing on your first fret, if you have an R2, pull the nut off. Look at the width of the R2. Look up the spec. Buy the nut that's taller, okay? And I've got videos on this. Put the taller nut on the guitar, check your height off your first fret, then take the nut back off the guitar and grind it down on a belt sander to fit your guitar. Do not use a shim. They make 3 different height nuts in every width, Floyd Rose nuts. So make sure you're buying the right nut for your guitar. They may already have the R4, R5, R6 nut on your guitar. You take your calibers and you measure the width. Oh, it's 42.3, it's an R2. May not be. You order an R2 replacement, you put it on the guitar, now it's buzzing like crazy. Oh, I gotta have a shim. Well, you ordered the wrong nut. So there's a lot to it. We're going to let her say what she wanted to say, then you can cuss out Floyd Rose. All right,
well, you better watch.
honey?
He might cuss you out because, you know, you're going to put him to sleep. He's just sitting there.
I know.
Vox said if you could only own one guitar, what would it be?
That'd be for you. I'm a bass guy.
But
He said he was interested in your answer too, Brian.
Oh. I'd have to say it's my American Fender Acoustic. That's my baby. That's one
I like that guitar.
Dude, I love that guitar.
I want one. I just can't swallow the price tag.
No, the price tag's stupid. I mean, I got mine at a deal, thank God, but
I want one.
yeah.
Was it last year, honey? Guitar Center had a stack of those things, blowing them out.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I told her, I said, that's such a stupid deal.
Yeah.
I wanted it, and I'm like, I looked at him like, how much am I going to play it, though? So I didn't get it.
Like I say, well, when I play guitar, I'm mostly acoustic anyways. So it kind of works for me on that, but in my younger years, I was an electric guy, so it conforms to that. Now, it doesn't have, like, you're not going to sound like a D18, you know. I'm not a bluegrass guy anyhow.
I don't think it's trying to be that, though.
But the fact that it's, what can I say? It's a jack of all trades, a master of none. So the fact that I have 10 different voicings on different styles of acoustics I want, plus a clean channel electric and a overdriven channel for electric, all on the switch.
Oh, it's got like a little preamp for distortion there?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And it actually sounds good. It's crazy. So for what I do, it works really good. It works really good for what I do. And the nerdy part of me is the fact that it is an acoustic. On the bridge plate, they put a. Do you know what the Mitchell plate mate is? It's a brass. It's a brass plate, and it's so that way when you put the strings of the acoustic in, the ball end rest is on this piece of brass instead of digging into your bridge plate.
Oh.
And they also have a ground wire running from the bridge plate to the electronics, so that way it grounds out the strings, so you don't get all that,
Oh, that's
string
pretty
up.
cool.
It's the little things like that I looked at about that guitar I thought was really interesting.
I did not know that.
But yeah, I'll have to bring a guitar in one Thursday, but yeah, I love it. I love that guitar.
Me, guys, I go back and forth. Right now I'm playing this Sire a lot that I just bought. I'm playing this guitar and I'm playing my Fender Standard a lot. Are they my best guitars? No. I would say the best guitar I own is my Mach 6 Schecter. That's a stupid high quality guitar. It plays like butter. I'm gonna say it's about how you feel at the time. And right now, these are the two guitars I'm playing.
Let's get another 10 years.
Yeah, well,
Same
no,
with me.
for me, ask me in 7 months. And there'll be something else.
I get you.
And it won't even necessarily, it might not be something I just bought. I might go back and play the RGA again. If you guys watched the stream there for a while, I was playing nothing but RGAs. And this is the inexpensive Ibanez, the 450 buck Ibanez. I played her blue one for like 4 straight months. Then I bought my own RGA and played that for about 3 months.
Tells you a lot. But I will say this, because every time I come over, this is the one I pick up.
Yeah, he loves this guitar.
So if I had to say an electric guitar, I would. I'm looking more into Sires. I really am, and I still really want the bass.
You really like the way that one plays and stuff. Every time you come over, you're like, man, this is such a stupid guitar.
It really is.
Todd said for bass, flats or round, wound.
Rounds. Flats are cool, but I don't do enough music in the style of like Motown, jazz, and stuff. I don't play enough of that style music to where I really do flats.
Yeah.
I love flat wounds, don't get me wrong. And tape wounds, I'm a huge fan of tape wound strings. I like that thud.
Well, I'm not really a bass player. Tape wound, what is that?
It's, I'm trying to find the best way to explain it. Okay, think of a flat wound string basically, same concept.
Okay.
But it's a type of material they have for the wrap of the string. It's real smooth. It's almost like nylon.
So is it flat or does it still have an arc?
I mean, it's still a round string, but it's,
No,
it's
I'm
smooth.
talking about the wrap that they're putting around it.
Yeah, it's smooth like a flat wound.
But it's like an engineered product. Okay,
Yeah, they got
I was
a nice.
unaware of that.
Yeah, they're real soft, real smooth, and they got a nice little thud to them. So it's like if I was playing more Motown stuff, I'd probably go tape wounds because I just love the sound of it. They have more of that almost kind of
Like a pop.
kind of like James Jamerson, like that. I never changed my strings. Almost
Kind of like my Fender that since it's got 15-year-old strings on it.
Yeah.
CD Nelson said, can confirm, love my Sire. I wouldn't have it without it being a gift, but it's very nice.
I'm liking mine. It took me long enough to get one. I was on the fence,
Yeah, I get it. But I mean, I play so many different guitars and work on so many different guitars, and this guy here has really said a lot to me. It's really told me a lot, especially in its price point.
What I like about it is the inlays. It's not a complicated inlay, but it's 2 different materials that they put in it, and it just adds a little something to it. And it's not so flashy of an inlay that it takes away from the paint job.
what's cool because they didn't have to do that. They can just put the round dots in there, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that guitar would have sold just as fine, but you know, they're like, nah, let's make it a little prettier.
Yeah.
Let's make it special.
I think they knocked it out of the park. And what I really like, what did we just say about the Fender I want? The gold, the flip-flop color, and it's an $800 upcharge for that color. Sire has this one in the swirl and the yellow in the swirl. There's no upcharge.
Yeah.
It's the same price whether you get the burst or the white or the solid blue one.
Yeah.
It's the same price. So they're not, oh, it's a dip guitar, it's harder to do, so it's $100 more. I'm sure it costs them more. But they're looking at it, well, we're going to make a little more on the basic ones. We'll make a little less on this one. But it'll all be fine at the end.
Yeah.
I'm 100% on board with that. I know that's a harder finish, takes more time, but no upcharge.
Yeah.
I can't think of another company that doesn't do that. Look at Kiesel. I mean, as soon as you click on just even a flat finish, if it's not the 3 standard colors, and you go to a pink, it's a $50 upcharge. All you want sparkle, that's $100. All you want, and it just changing the color can make a $200 difference in cost real quick. And you start getting into some of their bursts, $500 and $600 difference.
Mikey said, good Lord, $800 for the paint?
Yeah.
$800 difference in the 75th anniversary in the Fender. You can buy the white one for $2,200. Well, they got the white, blue, I think a red, and then that burst. And then they have the gold flip-flop that's $800 more.
And the only thing I can figure, and this just comes from my my collision automotive background, when you spray certain types of paint, one, materials are a lot more, and two, production time. So I'm trying to think of that color because, like I said, I've seen the Strat one, and they have a bunch of different pearls in there.
Is that nitro? Or is that poly? That's a good question. If someone wants to look, it's the 75th anniversary. Are those nitro finish or is that poly? If it's nitro, it adds a lot of time.
I feel like it's lacquer. I could
Well,
be
that'd be
wrong.
nitro.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the only thing I could figure is just
Nitro
production time
cellulose.
and, of course, material cost. Because, same thing goes, like I say, in the collision industry. If you have white pearl, well, it costs a lot more money to spray white pearl than it does basic white. It's hard to match. Silver sucks too. I love silver because it always looks clean. Man, try spraying it and get it to match. Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, everyone says, oh, I got a white car, it's easy to fix. White is hard. There's so many variations of white, and it'll look good looking straight at it, but as soon as the sun hits it and you're a little sideways, it'll go from white to like an off-white, or it looks like it's got gray in it. It's like, well, looks good this way, but white is really a nightmare.
I remember my paint tech, he got all flustered because I think it might have been a Toyota, but we had it in the shop. And of course, he pulls up the paint chip and everything. We have a computer system, and it kind of gives us the mixes and stuff. And I was hearing him. I'm walking through, and I hear him go, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Oh man!" Ran in there. I said, "What's the problem?" There's 17 different variances for this white.
Oh my God!
I was like, "Well, I guess we got to make a bunch of spray on cards and see which one it is."
Well, if you don't spray a big enough pattern and you don't have a bunch of different lights,
Yeah.
you can't tell.
Yeah, there's a whole, man, I tell you, it's a difficult industry, folks, if you ain't never worked in it.
Yeah.
Wicked Fester said the EVH Stripe series, the red, white, and black, cost more because of the 3 colors, hand painted, so an extra coat of paint.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Are those nitro or is that poly?
And Kurt said he misses
EVH.
the Ibanez swirl gems.
Yeah. I wanted one of those guitars, and when I saw this come up, I'm like, okay, it's a swirl. It'll be the closest thing that I get to something like that. So, It is 100% much better than I thought the guitar would be at that price point. It is one of my better guitars.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I mean, if I had to pick and I had two guitars that I had to keep, I would keep this and my Schecter. And I would keep the Schecter just because it's just a stupid shredding instrument.
Yeah.
And I would keep this one just because I think the stock pickup sounds so freaking good. It holds tune, guys. You guys hear me wham on the tremolo bar on this thing. I play it like a locking bridge. And I very rarely tune it. It just holds tune so darn well. And I haven't messed with it. So
And it performs well too.
it does. So at the price point, I can't complain.
No.
Yeah, and that's all, guys. That's relative to someone. There might be someone in the chat that's looking at a Gibson Murphy Lab that goes, "Well, that's a budget guitar." Well, it is a budget guitar if you're looking at a $7,000 Murphy Lab.
Yeah. What
for-
isn't at that point?
For me, I'm going to say that this is an average price point guitar for the common person.
I feel like
Okay.
it's funny because it's almost at that mid-tier price, maybe
Yep.
maybe a little above, but it's about that mid-tier price. But to me, it feels like that above average mid-tier, like it's in between mid and high. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is punching above its weight. That's why I was
Yeah.
saying it's mid, like you're saying, a little above. Because I'm going to say 1,500 to 450. I think if you go under 450, then you can expect to do something to it, whether it's tuners or. I think I'm not. Don't call me out on that, guys, but under $450, it's really hard to find a guitar that's got one great tuners, great pickups, great hardware. It's just that's hard.
Is there a belly cut on the sire?
Yeah, there's a belly cut.
And Michael said 7,000. I thought they were 10,000.
It depends on which one. If you get the aged relic and you can really go out. But I think you can get one that's just lightly done, patinaed, for about $7,500. But if you buy the one that has like all the stupid stuff, it's $10,000.
Oh, full.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good, man. I don't need all that in my life.
Yeah. Well, when I look at that Telecaster for $2,900, Linnell gets on me. She every time I was like, I love this guitar, she just kind of goes,
2,900. You might as well say $3,000. What are you talking about? It's $29.99.
Hey, that dollar makes all the difference.
Oh yeah.
It's $29.99, not $3,000.
I feel for every musician out there, the best thing you could ever do for yourself is to buy that one instrument that you always wanted. And I'm not trying to push.
Well, no. He's just getting super expensive here
Well, we're
lately.
talking that. We're talking Helix. What's the other thing? The above the Helix you was talking about?
What if I bought that was stupid expensive?
Computer.
Yeah.
But even I knew that. So
Wing rack.
wing wreck.
But that's not guitar stuff.
I said here lately. It doesn't matter. You're just getting expensive here lately.
But
Wait till I have to be fixed.
I don't know. I think there's just something rewarding about that. I mean, you've been playing music for God knows how many years of your life. You know you always had this one instrument you want. Life's short. Just freaking do it. Just do it.
I 100% agree, but I also have this nightmare. Okay?
Don't worry about credit score.
No, it's not.
Don't worry about paying taxes.
Oh my
I
God.
was gonna say like Steve just said, plus tax, Avery.
Oh, well, I'm going to negotiate. I'm calling, if I did it, I'd call Sweetwater. And I would say, at that guitar, I guarantee you my sales guy would give me 10% off. He wouldn't have a problem. 6% sales tax back on it. I'm going to be right at 2,900. Somewhere in that ballpark.
You never know unless you ask.
I don't push. And I bought these, was it the pedals?
Yeah.
No, no, it was the other guitar. I got another guitar on my way.
I was going to let you announce that because
Well, they had a price on the guitar. I didn't say anything because, I don't hit them up every time.
yeah.
I don't. They're there. You're in business to make money. I get it. I get it's a trade-in. And I know they're probably a little more than doubling their money on it. Probably.
Typically,
on the sticker.
and because we're all about transparency here on this channel, so usually trade-ins are about 50 to 60%, whatever value of that thing. So say for example, if it's a used telly, it's valued $450. They probably gave the whoever maybe like 225, 250.
Yeah, that's about what they've done on my trade-ins. So this guitar was $750.
Yeah.
So I didn't have an issue with it. That's why I took it up. It's $750. It's a $1,150 guitar.
Yeah.
New. And I remember when that guitar was sold. It was last year. I remember that purple Telecaster being in there. So I'm like, okay, it's only a year old. $750. I don't see any fret wear on it. Seems like it's a decent guitar. I went up. He took $50 off. I didn't ask him for it, but he sold it to me for $700.
You just wanted it because of that fancy pick guard.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's got the fancier pick guard on it. It's cool, but I didn't ask for a discount. That's my point.
Yeah.
They actually treat me pretty good in there, but I don't beat them up.
Yeah.
If I go in and say, look, we did it with her Crackle guitar. We ordered it, and we went right in the next week, and I said, guys, I can get this guitar at Sweetwater right now, and because we had to order it.
Yeah.
I can order it right now for $12.99 on Sweetwater. And they went, what? I'm like, it's $12.99 on Sweetwater. So they didn't give it to us at $12.99 though, did they? I think it was $13.50
Yeah, I think.
and I was still cool with that. Even though it was $50 more than Sweetwater, it's my local store. That was worth the $50.
Well, that, and I always look at this too, especially a guitar like that, because everyone's going to be different. The crackle pattern, and even the way it may play. You could have ordered it from Sweetwater, got it, and like, ugh.
Right. But another advantage to Sweetwater was, like you just said, it's a crackle.
Yeah.
So you could go through and pick the one you like the
Oh,
most.
that's right. Yeah, because I was geeking out when I was checking out the basses in this.
Yeah.
And I was looking at all the different swirl patterns. That's right.
So
Yeah.
when we ordered it for Sweetwater, from Shenandoah, it was kind of like flipping a coin.
Yeah.
Am I going to get one of the cool ones? Or am I going to get the
Yeah.
And we got lucky. We opened it up. It's a cool finish. But I've seen some on Sweetwater, it's kind of like, well, what's going on with the crackle? It's like the crackle didn't crackle up here.
Yeah.
It got really loose, and then there's big crackles down here.
It's more
like,
snap and pop.
Yeah, it's like not even, but hers is very even.
That's awesome.
Very happy with it. And like I said, it's $50 more. It's my local store. Didn't have an issue with it.
Yeah.
I didn't buy this there. They don't sell Sire.
Oh, I wish they did. God, do I wish they sold Sire.
But I'm going to say more than 50% of the guitars in this house have come from Shenandoah Music. I'm going to guess right now. All those guitars, Shenandoah Music. Though that guitar, Shenandoah Music. So in this room,
Yeah, see, I recognize that one.
oh, in this room, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guitars. Only 2 of them did not come from Shenandoah Music. The one on the end come from AMS, American Musical Supply.
Which one?
Isn't that where you ordered your Schecter?
The Avenger? No, that came from Z Sounds.
Oh, it was Z Sounds. Okay, Z Sounds and Sweetwater. So I practice what I preach, guys. And I say it all the time. I'm not saying that you're always going to get your best deal. but your local musicians, your friends, people hang out at your local store. You know, when you need a pack of strings or you want to just go down and physically plug the freaking guitar in, you can't do that at Sweetwater.
Nah, and that's a big thing for me, man. I gotta play it.
I know. And that's why I say I toss, yeah, I could see the pictures, but I can't play it.
Yeah, it's always a big, like I say, I really want that bass in this finish. I really do.
It's
So,
badass.
but man, I'm afraid I'm gonna get that thing. I'm like, ugh.
The advantage is, if you don't like it, you can send it back.
I know.
I have never had a problem with Sweetwater, like the old lapel mics.
Yeah,
I sent both sets back.
that's the thing. Sweetwater, they're awesome for that stuff, man.
Kurt says Sire basses are crazy good, way better than their guitars.
I have always heard that's what Sire got their name from, was the basses.
Well, Sir Marcus Miller, what?
The guitar
I know he does his thing
is
with
their
it.
second thing, but they were bass. They started out as a bass company, kicking ass on basses. They did so well, they said, well, let's make some guitars.
Yeah, let's get over here and do this, man. Damn it! Now, see, now you got me. Oh,
I mean, now your wife is really going to shoot you. You just bought an Ibanez.
is she on here?
No, I haven't seen her.
Hey, babe. What's today's date? The 6th?
I just got paid and had to make a van payment.
Hey, birthday's next month.
That was awful.
Just saying.
Oh, your birthday's next month?
September 11th.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Ma.
Okay. Sire, for his birthday, he wants the one in the yellow spinny finish. And Sweetwater will do 6 months, same as cash.
Yeah.
I don't know what that bass, what's that, how much does that bass cost?
$750.
So you're looking at, by the time tax, you're probably looking at about 125 a month,
Probably.
something like that.
Something like that.
C.D. Nelson said, yep, Sire USA started with basses and the partnership with Marcus Miller.
Yeah.
Man. Yes, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. You should just bite the bullet, man. Well, to go back, when he first got here, he's thinking about a new bass amp. So in the comment, guys, would you tell him to do an amp that he's looking at, or should he do like a Line 6, like an HX Stomp, or a modeler, and a powered speaker?
What was that? What was he talking about? Head rush? I think is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that.
Todd said, buy a used Sire bass with the neck plate era signature if you can. I got mine right after that ended. It's a good era. Jupe said, Brian, thank you and Sharon Music for the recent purchase. Everything went super smooth and drama free.
Oh, heck yeah. What'd you buy?
He bought,
That, what was it, like the orange colored,
we reviewed the guitar here.
it went to,
Oh, yes, that.
That was
Okay.
shipped.
Yeah,
I can't remember what
okay.
guitar that was. It was
It's an
the
Ibanez.
Ibanez.
Yeah.
AZ.
Yeah.
That was a nice guitar.
Okay, I thought maybe you did something a little more recent. As I did something slide by me, Jupe.
Yeah, yeah.
Devastator said Z-Sounds offers 12 and 18 months depending on price.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
I'm thinking, I'm really wanting to update. I know we just did some pedal reviews, and guys, I did that for you all, and everyone is at the different journey in their guitar playing. If you're buying pedals and that's your thing, more power to you.
Yeah.
I thought that was the door, and then I realized it was the dog.
I was going to say, you got a guest?
Yeah, I got a
You
guess.
keeping something in the basement?
So
Don't
if
even
you're
be worried.
doing, if you're doing,
Is that what I seen there you earlier when you sliding
Yeah,
that
we
little
got-
plate of food underneath the door? Is that what that
the
was?
other guitar tech is locked up in the basement. He's finishing up what I couldn't get done.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No guarantee on that paint repair, Devastator. Got the new guy downstairs working on it. He's locked. I'm gonna feed him some extra pizza or something.
Does he look like the guy from the Goonies?
Kinda. A little bit like it. You're the same guy. He must have went in and asked for a job.
Sit
at
down
Shim.
there, just
But we're back. If you're in that journey and you're doing pedals, I get it, because one pedal isn't that much. You buy another pedal and another pedal. What I'm trying to say is, by the time you have a nice pedal board, there are more cost-effective things out there. But you have to have the money up front. And that's what we were talking about. I sent him a picture of a PV stack.
yeah, that thing was.
Freaking huge. It was $700. Awesome, but I mean, carrying that thing around,
I'm too old for that.
it was a 410 cabinet and a big PV head, rack mount head and power amp.
Yeah.
It'd be stupid, but you got to carry it around.
Beretta Vandy said a Trace Elliott bass head. Kurt said, if I was to tour again as a bassist, I would just use an Ampeg SCR DI bass effect pedal with a 410 cab and a 1,000-watt power amp.
That was the pedal that guy had in with the problem with the pot.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh. See, I think if I would probably do a Sans amp.
I heard things about Sans Am too.
And a power amp with a VP4, and my power amp would be solid state.
Yeah.
It would not be tube. I would run a Hafler or something like that into a PA driver.
Todd said
With new models.
buy a PA and a Sans amp bass pedal of your choice. You'll be very popular.
Yeah, don't do the pedal. Don't do the pedal. you want the rack mount version. They made rack mount versions.
Oh, I thought you had one back there.
No, I wish I had a Sans amp rack. I could have bought one 15 years ago when the whole rack thing first went. Nobody wanted them. Now those things are $2,000 for the rack mount Sans amp preamp.
That's crazy.
The pedal's okay, but you can get some that are made like the old PV heads, where it's just a box with feet that sit on the cabinet. You can get something like that with a VP4, but we're talking about even going simpler than that, guys. Something that he could use at home as a practice amp, and then still be able to take it out and use playing out.
Beretta Vandy said PV speaker cabs can be used as boat anchors for aircraft carriers.
I had one, so I already know what he's talking about. I had one years ago. My gosh.
We had two MB2s,
Yeah.
which were the woofer cabs. Used two, I think they were 12s, no, maybe 15s, with a ported, vented cabinet. Then I had the mid-range cabinet. That one had just one, I think, 10 in it. And then we had the PV horn cabinet.
Oh wow.
And we had one for each side of the stage. And then we had two JBL sub bins. Shit was heavy. Those JBLs, it was two 18s in each JBL bass bin. And it took all we could do with me and the drummer to pick that bass bin up and carry it from the truck in and set it down. We had it down. We could set the PA speakers up, the monitors up, the board up. We had it down to about an hour and 45 minutes when we got good.
Wicked Fester
Sounds
said
bad, but it was actually pretty decent.
he has a Sans amp in his closet, the pedal.
Oh, I like Sans amp.
I heard good things about him.
Devastator said Fender basement amp with a head rush Flex Prime, portable and easy.
See, I don't even think you would need to do that. I think he could just go HX stomp or just a head rush. All these units, guys, you can go to their site and you can download bass models
Yeah.
and just put a bass model in it. It's his IR. Just come right out of that to a power amp to a PA speaker. When he's at home, if he wants, he can put his headphones on, just plug it into the head rush or the Line 6 or the Quad Cortex or the Tone X or whatever you The new Tonex is pretty cool.
Todd said Fender, Rumble, or any old Eden amp can be had for cheap. Same with
Yeah.
old PV stuff. So many choices.
Yeah, I actually gigged with the Rumble for a long time.
We got on Reverb looking for one of these for you. We only found one
Yeah,
of the 210 like this one.
that one there.
Yeah, we only found one.
How
And
much you
it-
post it for?
how much was that amp?
No, how much did you post it for?
Oh, I didn't post that one. It was just one. Was it 500 or 600 or was it 700? Hun?
I don't know.
It didn't have the effect unit in it. Because she goes, no, it's not like yours.
Yeah,
It had the metal plate. I'm like, well, that unscrews so you can put a rack unit in it.
yeah.
But there was only, the rest of them were single 15 combos.
Yeah, that's most what you find is yeah.
Most of them were single 15s. There was a couple 18s, but most of them. And then there was a lot of the head with either a 410 or an 18 or a dual 15 cabinet. I'm like, a dual 15 and a head. Wow, that's going to be heavy.
Todd
Yeah.
said if you like Ampeg, the Sans amp and a good setup will get you there.
Sam's amp seems like it's
Yeah.
winning the
Sam's amp was very popular. Wasn't it Geddy Lee that played Sam's amp for so long? Someone in the chat tell me if I'm wrong. I want to say it was Geddy Lee. Do you know?
not off the top of my head.
Why am I thinking he played Sam's amp for such a long time? I know after, or it was before Snakes and Arrows, he did something. He stopped using amps because that's why they started putting washers and dryers and chicken fryers on the one side of the stage
I love it.
because he wasn't using amps anymore.
Didn't have the amps cabs stacked behind him.
Right. I don't know what he was using prior, and I don't know what he went to, whether it was Axe Effects or
Michael
I don't
said
know.
Getty has several Sans amps.
Sans amps. Okay, yeah. I thought it was Sans amp.
Todd
Okay.
said that single 15 with an orange head if you like Doom.
Yeah. I was looking at but the problem with Sans amp is people know it and
Get-
they see the name and then it just
Geddy Lee has a
Runs the price up.
signature Sans amp.
okay, yeah. Well, add an extra 1,000 if you find a Geddy Lee signature Sans amp. We're trying to find on a budget. So
Yeah.
let's say, what would you say your budget is for? Let me qualify it. You're going to have two budgets. If you're just going to do an at-home budget ring with a budget, or something that you can do playing out and be at home. Which one are you shooting for?
Well, right now at home, I'm pretty well taken care of because I got that little Rumble 40, that real Rumble, Studio 40. I got that.
So you're looking for something bigger to play out with.
Yeah.
Kurt said a 1972 Fender Jazz Bass #1, a parallel preamp configuration via Tech 21 Sans amp technology, and orange or Ampeg power amplification.
You're gonna find the Tech 21 cheaper than the Sans amp.
Yeah. I was going to say,
Because
buddy of mine, he
it
runs a
says
Tech
it says
21.
Sans amp right on it, but it says Tech 21.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a joint venture or what that was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Todd said kind of depends on your genre.
Yeah.
The old saying, if you just want something stupid loud, Ampeg, Trace Elliott, you really can't.
Can't go wrong.
Ampeg, I mean, you just,
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Ampeg, I feel.
I don't, how many effects do you use? Or are you just 100% dry?
No, I use a compressor and sometimes a little chorus.
Little chorus. So you're gonna think about floor stumps or a multi-effects.
Probably a multi-effects.
See, that's why I was saying maybe do the HX
Yeah.
and a used, PA amp And it's a completely different route.
Yeah.
Todd said, what, Hartkey?
Oh, yeah, freaking Harkeys. They're badass, too.
Yeah, like, those things are sweet, man. I see them all over Marketplace. I see the price. I'm like, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
They're
Beretta-
nice.
I always forget about Harkey. Harkey would be a good amp.
Brett of Andy said, heard the Warwick Gnome isn't bad.
Well, it's Warwick.
Yeah,
so
right.
I don't know that one. I've never heard it.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one either.
Like when she laughs, that means someone put a comment up.
Devastator said, I see Avery has blocked the door so Brian can't escape.
No, he can't escape.
So next stream, Brian will be yelling, hey, you guys, from the dungeon, LOL.
Hey, I'm behind.
Yeah, I can't go out that way. I gotta go down and feed what's ever down there in the basement.
He's already had a bad week, so I figured, well, we'll just put him down there. It'll be much better. We'll feed him good. He'll be fine. It's nice and cool down there.
Chief Joe said, ART night bass into the Rumble. You're good to go.
Basically, if you look at my SGX 2000,
Yeah.
they made a night bass version of that.
Oh,
And you can probably find one of those on Reverb for $300.
Michael said, I'll give you a crate 2x15 cab and a 100-watt head if you pay for shipping.
Well, the good thing
what
is
year's the crate?
you don't need to box it. It's already crated.
Oh, God.
Just saying.
That's what you did there.
Crate was one of those companies. I don't know.
Back in the day when I was first starting to play guitar, that was like, I guess pretty much the only amp we could get. It seemed like, in the area. So, yeah, I played through a lot of crates, and I will say their clean tone through the amp is really good. But
Really?
as soon as you hit that distortion, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
we're talking guitar amps obviously now, but it's.
I don't think I've ever seen a crate bass amp.
I might have seen a cab. I feel like
I don't think I've ever seen
it's
a
been a
bass.
long time. If so,
I just remember walking. There was a music store down in Harrisonburg, and the darn thing literally, I guess it was the first crates. It
Yeah.
literally looked like a freaking crate with
Oh,
a
yeah.
speaker shoved in it and knobs. It was wood and it was slats.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I see why it's called a crate. It literally looked like a crate that you took a pry bar and popped the top off.
An old friend of mine, he moved away a few years back, but he got one. He found it somewhere, and he only paid like $50 or something for this thing. And it looked really cool, and it's like, I'll buy that from you, man. If you don't want to, if you don't want to move with, move with
move
it.
it with you.
No, I want to keep it.
Was it one like that it was like that? Yeah.
Because you never see this. It's just cool looking.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. A lot of them look like they're like a Torlex cabinet, and it's a crate. But the ones that I remember literally looked like
It was a literal crate.
it was a freaking crate with a wire and a speaker shoved in it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if they were using scrap wood or what they were doing.
It's
but
hard to tell. I remember playing
it was
through it.
unique.
Yeah, I played through it. Yeah, sound, But it's just like, this would be cool to have. It's just, I don't know, it's just neat.
Yeah, neat novelty thing.
I wouldn't pay a whole lot of money for it, but, it's like, damn.
Someday they'll probably be worth money
Yeah,
because it's one of those pieces of things that like some of the silver tones Sears sold. They all got thrown away and torn up and beat up.
Yeah.
So now when you find a good one, it's like it's a needle in a haystack.
yeah.
And they go for stupid money because parents bought them for their kids. The kids beat them up. They threw them away after 2 or 3 years because it was a $40 guitar.
Yeah.
They bought it, never used it. Now it's worth stupid. Silvertone was Sears.
Kurt
Yeah.
said, Avery, go into Discord General. I posted my last touring rig.
Okay. Actually, I don't have Discord on the new computer yet. I still have 2 computers. So the only way I can go into Discord is this computer. Well, we will have to do it the old school way.
Well, if you go into Discord after you look at Kurtz in general, go into guitar and music equipment. Wicked Fester posted his Squire Stratosonic with P90s.
Now it doesn't want to open Discord. See that? I'm clicking on it, but it won't open.
Try. Sometimes you gotta trick it. There you go. Right click and open. Yep. And it said nope.
Nope. It says it's not. It's probably because I have CAD open.
Oh yeah.
I have AutoCAD up on my other computer, guys. I've been working in AutoCAD. So, just so you guys can see something that we've never shown on the channel before. Hold on. All right, this is my Mevo, so excuse the shaky camera when I turn it on. And I don't know how well it's going to show up. So I'm going to switch, I'm going to show you the other computer. So you guys are probably like, well, you should do something with guitars. You know, I thought about doing that.
Devastator said, so does this fall under music or gear?
No, it's just, you know, I talk about CAD a lot in the stream, and I've never really shown you guys. Now that I have a separate computer, I could never have CAD up and run the stream. The computer would have just crashed.
Can you not, like, use that camera and show Discord?
I can, but since I have AutoCAD up on that computer, it will not let me open Discord.
Okay.
AutoCAD really takes a stress. Yeah, it won't open Discord. And I'm not sure why. Oh, well, a lot of it has to do with it was already open. That means I gotta turn the camera back on, and I unplugged it. Hold on. So I don't know if it'll find it again. All right, I just plugged it back up. Oh, it turned red. We are 100% perfect. It's stuck.
Oh dang.
Yeah, it froze. Let me turn it off and then back on. Maybe it'll find it. I do see the bass rig. It's pretty cool. He's got an Ampeg rack mount amp. It looks like a 410 cabinet and then one 15 cabinet. So no, I can't show it. I unplugged the camera. I didn't think I was going to need it again. Sorry, guys. I will get the rest of that fixed before our next stream. We have a brand new system, and I just now started getting some windows and stuff fixed and straight. So I don't think, have you seen these? So when we do our next guitar review, I can push this button.
Fit and finish.
Okay, and then when we want to weigh the guitar, so I've been working on this kind of stuff.
Are you gonna let Brian have his Floyd Rose moment?
Oh yes,
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
yeah. So
Floyd Rose sucks.
tell me why you dislike Floyd Rose.
Everything.
What did we just say? You gotta have a main
Yeah,
main
it's-
reason.
It's the whole thing. It's the whole thing. It's the bridge. The bridge sucks. The nut. I mean,
I know you don't. You're not a fan of the locking nut. I know
I hate that locking nut. Anything. My problem is that you're putting mechanical parts like this on an organic instrument. Organics of an instrument changes. Mechanics doesn't. Other than just like your wear of maybe, you know, grinding and such like that. But like say the locking nut. You know, well you touched base on this earlier. Sometimes they're too wide. Sometimes they're not wide enough.
Right.
There's no control with string spacing, so you gotta pray that neck is cut right, and so is the nut.
Yeah, the guitar has to be built and manufactured to fit that particular company's nut. Mm-hmm. You know,
And most of the time they're not.
Floyd Rose and Goth. People go, well, the Goth is the same,
Godo.
or Godo. They're not. Their pin spacing is just a little different. That's why the one side's cut like this on some of the Godo, and their width on their nuts is out just a little bit. So like I said, one's like 42.1 something, and the other one's like 42.3. The manufacturer's got to make the nut to fit that particular thing. And a lot of these companies don't. They, let's say Sire goes to put a Floyd Rose on this guitar. They'll pull up the CAD file and they'll just alter this here and put a shelf on it and pick a nut that best fits. They should really just redesign the neck and do the whole thing. But most companies don't. And I'm not saying Sire does that because they don't have a locking bridge. Well, they do now. I haven't reviewed one. But a lot of these companies, Ibanez, they all do it.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
What's
if
the
that makes
alternative
sense.
though?
You just do like this. He's a fan of that, right?
Yep, 2-point trim. You can do just about anything you can with a Floyd, just without all the BS. And that's the other thing I don't like about Floyds either, is the way they do their saddles. They're not adjustable unless you want to shim them.
Yeah, that was another advantage. The Floyd Rose you have to shim.
Mm-hmm.
On the Keller 27, you don't need shims.
Nope, and that's why I'm a huge fan of the Kahlers.
So there's actually screws underneath that you adjust the height of the saddle back and forth.
And this is coming from a tech point of view. So, okay, you can shim the saddles and correct the radius, right? You can do that. It's possible. But the shims are also at a specific thickness. So let's say if you only need, I don't know, 0.004 just to get that, you know, right where you need it. Well, okay, well this shim, say it measures between 8 to 12. I can't fine tune that. You know, I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you can start removing some material, get meticulous, but it's like, man,
No,
screw that.
that's what you'll find. Like this should be 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay. So what you'll see, instead of putting 3 shims here, they'll take this saddle
And swap
and
'em.
swap it over, and then maybe use 1 shim, and then they can put the 3 shims on this one or 2 shims.
Yeah, ridiculous.
But you'll spend all day miking them to try to figure out how many shims this saddle needs or that saddle needs.
So,
David said he's been looking for a hardtail strap body, so few options.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't make too many hardtail strats. Squire does. Remember I was saying about Squire being like their...
Fender doesn't make a hardtail? How many hardtails does Fender make in the Strat?
I'm trying to think the last time they did it, because I ain't seen one in a long time. A very long time. But yeah, usually, like Squire's, like I say, it's kind of like their experimental kind of company. So you're more apt to find it with a Squire than you will with a Fender.
If you're just looking for a body, you can't go wrong with Warmarth or Warmarth or
Warmarth,
however you
Warmarth.
pronounce it. If you're on a budget, Guitar Fetish,
Yeah.
they're pretty good bodies for what you're paying for them. There's a bunch of different resources out there, if that makes sense. I'd like to order a bunch of parts and just do a custom guitar.
Michael said the Wilkinson and locking tuners on my Reverend are solid.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, everyone's different. You know, I like floating bridges and I like locking nuts.
Yep.
But I'm going to be honest with you, this guitar with no locking nuts does really stupid good. If the guitar is set up right,
Yeah.
it should work right.
And if you have to, spit into nut slots there or something. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Put
Just
a
lube 'em
little
up.
lube in your nut slot, cut your nut slot right,
Oh,
and
mercy.
it should work right. It really should. You know, guys, you guys have seen me play this guitar. I'm pretty abusive on it, and it holds tune fine. How often, what'd you say earlier? How often do you put the bar down on the body?
I mean, who does? And what?
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing
Musically.
that, I could see the locking nut prevents that string from slipping.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess when you're at a live show, you're trying to be cool, it's like, but musically, where is it? No. It's like, come
Yeah.
on, man. Let's be real. Let's get real.
I haven't had a problem with this one, but I will say, the guitar I sold Jupe with that 2-point bridge, that tremolo worked well on that guitar too. It was a Firefly, and it held. It didn't hold as good as this one, but it really worked
Yeah.
really well. And I think it's preference. This bridge feels different than the Kaler, and it feels different than the Floyd. So I think it's all personal preference.
It really is. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll gripe about Floyd all night long if I was given the opportunity. But yeah, at the end of the day, it just depends what you like. But for me, it's like I'm meticulous. I like precision, and I know that you cannot achieve really good precision with the Floyd system.
The Floyd was made. I don't want to, because it worked for the concept behind it. It works well.
Yeah.
It was to minimize the parts, to keep the costs down, and make it work.
That sounds about right to me.
That's how it was designed.
Steve said, does Brian also hate Ibanez edge bridges?
Yes, I do. I actually, and if I had to be honest, I actually like those bridges better because of the accessibility. How can I word this? Since it's angled, right? Easier access to back out the set screws so I can slide the string in and tighten it. And I actually like the blocks better. The blocks are designed better on the edges. The blocks on the Floyds, they tend to wear out pretty good, but
Does that one have I think the blue one, isn't that an edge on the blue one?
yes.
The Ibanez?
Yes, that's an edge system.
Yeah. So we have an Ibanez with the edge system on it over there.
So yeah, I would actually say that the edge is superior than Floyd. I don't like Floyd. They can sell their company and let somebody else do it right.
Kurt
Kaler.
said, I'm only a fan of Floyd Rose Series 1000 and 1500 series. I would rather have a Kaler.
Yeah. I will give the 1500 that I have on my Schecter, it's solid stainless steel. That's a nice bridge.
I'll give them that.
It's a nice bridge.
I'll give them
It's
that.
not a Kaler, but it's a nice bridge.
David said it's a shame Sire doesn't have a hardtail S style.
I can
I
see
don't
that.
think they do. I think Sire does. I tell you, well, it's an offset body. Look at the Y5 and the Y10. The Y5 is a hardtail, but it's, what do they call it? It's like a Jaguar, the offset body
Oh,
style.
yeah.
It's like an offset body style, but it does have a hardtail. Nice guitar. And it has the exact same inlays that this guitar has. It has a white binding around it. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a pretty guitar.
I ain't seen it. I want to look that up.
It's a real pretty guitar. If the Y10 has Fishman influences in it, and I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, I think it's a hip shot or hip shot like bridge on that one. So look into that one. If you're wanting a hardtail. Either that or you got to go to the T. They do have a hardtail in the T version as well, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have been on for 2.5 hours.
Oh boy.
You're kind of dragging today, I've noticed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You still don't want to talk about what happened today?
No, it was just exhausting. Oh my gosh. What's the name of this guitar, man? I'm trying to think of even the name.
Dude, guys, I'm putting bigger and bigger bait on that hook every time I'm trying to.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
I got it.
I'll go through. I'll go through the whole thing. I can't remember the name of this, but I could tell it's an inexpensive something or other. I know that it's not like a Strat or a Tele or anything. It has its own little body design. It's something that you'd probably see in like the Sears and Roebuck stuff back in the day. You know, overall guitar, you know, tell it's old. It looks pretty cool. But man, everything is wrong with this thing. And I'm not saying like, oh, I could just fix this and this. First thing is like, okay, checking it over. Next gonna need a shim, you know, whatever. Pop the neck off, make a shim for it. Pickups were all wonky. Bridge is all seized up. It's almost like a
Seized up like hardware, rusty and old, or
yeah. So everything's like that. So let's see. It didn't have a toggle switch. It had two off-on switches for the pickups, you know. That's cool. You know, like I say, there's things about the guitar that's really cool. And needed an output jack. Needed one of those switches. Well, at first it was contemplating either I needed one of those switches replaced because the neck pickup wouldn't shut off. So it told me the switch wasn't triggering. And I was like, well, we'll clean everything first, see how it goes. And literally every step of the way, that guitar fought me. It did not want me working on it at all. So first thing, it's like, well, see if the truss rod works. And it's seized up. So I was able to finally get it unstuck, and I took the nut out and soaked it, and I soaked some naphtha for a while I was working on everything else. Now to go take the neck off, one of the neck bolts break into the neck because they're so rusted and seized up. So 3 of them were already stripped out. The one that broke wasn't the one that was stripped. So I'm sitting there having to fight the rest of them out. Oh. Had to drill out the other one. Fixed that.
Drill and plug.
Yeah, had to do that. Plugged it. Got that all fixed up. Had to make neck bolts for it because it had specific sizes. They wasn't like, you know, normal size. No, they're like in between. They're weird. So I had to make some bolts, well, some screws for it.
So was this like something that belonged to a family member? And
No, it was an auction. It was an auction guitar.
It was an auction
yeah,
guitar.
I've been getting a lot of those lately.
I was saying, I can kind of see, well, this was my dad's guitar and I want to fix it and he's dead and I want to try to keep it. But that sounds like a lot of work for nothing.
Well, this guy, he got it for I don't know how much because I don't try to pry, you know, too hard into people's business. But the only thing he asked is like, fix it up, make it playable so I can sell it. I was like, well, I mean, it's going to cost you like $200 in labor here, buddy. So you're not going to make nothing off this guitar.
Yeah.
But anyways, taking the pickguard off so you get to the electronics. Couple of those screws stripped, not a huge deal, but one was completely stripped out. Had to drill it out. Had a couple that were seized up. Yeah, it is a whole thing. Like every inch of the way, man, everything was just a fight.
I've had 1 or 2 come in, and the screw metal is what I call Chinesium.
Yeah.
And you put the screwdriver in it, and instantly it just strip.
And that's exactly like that because this metal is really soft and corroded. So I had to be very careful. And
It's really hard to get them out once they do that.
And tomorrow, there's 4 frets that are unseated. I'll have to glue and clamp tomorrow. So I'll do that. And hopefully they'll behave and I won't have to do any fret leveling. Yeah. Pain in my ass.
Well, tomorrow's Friday,
Yeah.
but you work Saturday?
Yeah, tomorrow's my Thursday.
Yeah. I am gonna work tomorrow, and I think you guys asked me last week if I was gonna stick to my 4-day work week. As much as I want to, and technically I have my 40 in right now, I think, with AutoCAD and everything I've done this week. If I don't go in, my first name will start with an S. I'll be Mr.
Yeah.
So I've got to go in tomorrow, but I felt so much better when I went that week with just 4 days.
That's good.
My arms, just so you guys know, the picture of AutoCAD I showed you, we're doing that all out of MDF plywood. It's MDF plywood with walnut veneer on it. And when you say, well, plywood's not that bad, 4x8 sheet of plywood, no, that's not what we're using. That picture looks small. We're using 5x12 sheets of MDF plywood.
And that's for the top, right? Well,
that's everything we ordered coming 5x12s.
And you know, you can tell when he works with that stuff, because when he comes home, I swear he smells like a stink bug. Just like a stink bug.
what was that MDF you saying?
Yeah, that and that finish we're using, it's a modified version of Tried and True, and it's got a different catalyst in it. And this stuff just stinks, and it's greasy.
Oh.
And I like Tried and True.
Yeah.
I use it on my necks. This is very similar to it, but it's not Tried and True. And when you wipe it off, the flies love it. Because the old rags and stuff, there'll be like 50 flags on it. You'll be flies on it. You go outside and the flies just start landing on your hands and on your arms. And they're attracted to this finish. And it stinks. So I'm in that, I'm cutting MDF, and it takes 2 people. It's all I can do. When I say it's all I can do, it's all I can do to pick up half of that sheet.
Yeah.
And just get it up on the saw.
Chief Joe said heavy as.
Yeah, 5x12. I don't know what it weighs. The guy that's helping me is a young guy. He's pretty big, and he struggles. And with 2 of us, one on each end, it's just an average table saw. It's about that size. But to pick it up and get it up on the saw, and then you got to push it. We don't have a power feeder on that saw. It's my arms just feel like they're gonna fall off from working in this stuff.
Yeah, well, doing all that all the time. I'm surprised you ain't coming in all swole.
No, I'm too old to. You don't do enough of it. If I did that every day, I'd probably look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Or Jupe.
Or Jupe, right. Jupe's a big dude, man.
Yeah,
See some pictures of him. All right, guys, we're going to call it quits for tonight. I want to thank everybody for coming in.
Why don't you show the court before you get off there?
Oh, yeah.
Here, I'll grab it.
Yeah, we're going to let you know everything about the court. We're going to let this man talk about the court.
Actually, you probably should talk about it because I don't know as much as you do about it.
Well, I'll let you hold it.
I'll hold it and look pretty. There we go.
This is the channel's guitar giveaway. This is a Court 280 Select. It's a nice freaking guitar. If you're not familiar with it, please go to the channel's main page and look for the 280 Court Select guitar review. We look at everything on this guitar. I have done absolutely nothing to it. It's 100% stock, but we're giving it away. If you want to enter to win, all you have to be is publicly subscribed to the channel, and you need to go over to the Discord channel, okay, and go to the 280 Select giveaway room, and one of our moderators, Steve, that's in the chat, he's made a small form that you need to fill out. And basically, the only thing the form is there for, it auto-populates our spinny wheel, so we don't have to manually enter in everyone's name and information. It automatically populates it. The reason you have to be publicly subscribed, that's the only way the moderators, every moderator on this channel has full access to YouTube analytics and everything about this channel. Okay? I don't hide anything. That's why when you get on here, you don't see too many moderators. I depend on the moderators to be honest. And when I talk, if I say something untrue, the moderators, well, I was on there, I know what he makes. They can see, I'm pretty sure they can see all that because I gave them access to the whole YouTube channel. So they can upload videos, they can modify things, they can work on the Discord. That's why Steve has done so much on automation and computer setup. Devastator set up the server and started the whole thing. He's been a moderator for the channel since the get-go. I can't thank them enough, if that makes sense. There's so much behind the scenes that you kind of don't know.
Yeah.
You've been on the Discord. There's a lot.
There's
there.
a ton, man. Like, there's a lot of work involved in all this. Just even to make what little we're doing tonight happen. It's wild.
We're trying to get better, guys. We are. But just keep in mind, it does take a lot of work and a lot of effort to do it. I mean, he started early this morning. I started early this morning, and we're still hammering it out.
Yep.
And he had a hard day at work, and he goes right back to work.
Yep.
The problem is the other job pays better.
Yeah. That's all good. This is still fun.
Yeah, I look at that as fun. For me, it's more of a disconnect. For you, I'm hoping it's that way.
Yeah, it kind of is. It gives me a chance to just, how can I say, it's nice hanging out with folks that, well, like we have Tex here that's in the stream, we got regular musicians.
You and JR kind of bounce things back and forth.
Yeah,
quite a
I
bit.
feel bad because I've been neglecting JR lately because I ain't had time to talk to him much. So if he's on here, sorry, man.
He seems like a super talented cat.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty cool, and he's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
He's really good at what he does.
And I think that's what's cool about the Discord server. And I don't want to sound bad. They're not YouTubers
Yeah.
claiming to do something.
Yeah.
That's what he does for a living, just like you.
Yeah, and that's the other cool thing about this because it's not polished. We're not scripted. We're not, trying to make things look way they're really not.
Right.
We're just being bare bones, just naked here.
Yeah, we're trying to be bare bones, but we're trying to have good audio, good.
Well, I'm not saying in that sense.
Yeah.
I'm just basically saying it's like, we're just coming here we're not looking to be polished. We're not, trying to sugarcoat things or,
Well, it's not scripted. Like, we didn't go, we want to touch this, and this tonight.
Yeah, and we try to get, of course, everybody here to engage with us and let them be part of what we're doing as well and add to what the conversation is. It's more of a community, and that's how I see this. It's a really great community base, and it gives us all an opportunity to just kind of hang out and talk. Where instead of
That's why it's like sometimes I go back and watch the stream and everything just kind of clicks.
yeah
You're on it, I'm on it, the chat's flying, and then all of a sudden it'll slow down, and then it picks back up, and that's because it's not scripted.
yeah
It's dependent on what you guys ask and how well everyone else chimes in, your answer or thought and my answer. If we hit the nerve, oh my God, he said Floyd's Roses suck.
oh yeah
That,
I'll live and die by that.
it just depends on who's in. That's why every week's a little different. Different people come in, so that adds a different flavor.
Yeah.
Todd said you have a great thing going. Keep it up. Potentially Work said it's free flowing.
Yeah, we're trying, guys. And this guy, I asked him, like, we had the cookout. We're always kind of like, well, what do you want to do? The whole premise of it being free flow, you don't want to make it to where we want to do this and this. Then it kind of starts losing that.
Yeah.
But at the same token, we need to do a little bit of it so you guys want to come back.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
So keep that in mind too, guys. And then when someone new comes in, they ask a question, It could be like that old thing that I did where they're standing on top of the hill and they're like, there he is, beating that dead horse. He's new. And people are probably like, oh my God, they're going to get Brian started on Floyd Roses. They're going to get Avery started on Pero Faro or Tonewood. Keep that in mind. As new people come in, they may not have seen the stream last week or last 6 months, or so it might sometimes might be a little repetitive.
Yeah, it could be every now and again, and if you feel it does, I don't know, throw us a curveball. You know, yeah, just throw some out there. We'll Linnell, she'll tell us what it is, and we'll kick into it.
Well, that's why I always qualify like pedals. If that's where you are in your playing game. And I shouldn't even say it that way, because I know professional musicians that still use pedals. If that's where you are, that's where you are.
Devastator said, Brian, Avery, you're the tangent man.
Oh, well, I'm trying to throw it more over on that guy.
He's letting me vent a little bit.
Did I say tangent or fulcrum?
Potentially works said repetition helps us learn.
Maybe that's the issue. I'm getting dumber because now I'm doing everything different every day at work. I don't know if it's my age, but guys, here the last year, I'll be doing something. I'm like, this is such a pain in the butt. I don't understand why I'm doing it this way.
Devastator.
I'll get halfway through the job. I'm like, you're right. I never do it this way. I always do this. How come I'm doing it this way?
Devastator said, hey, Mr. Tangent Man, ramble on for me.
All right, guys. If you're not on Discord, you probably have not, well, even if you've been on Discord.
David said, you beat horses? Har, har.
You do. And I'm a firm believer in horse glue. Guitars sounded so much better when we used horse glue holding that wood together. This new tight bond and these resins, they're not sonically as good as the old school horse glue. I mean, what are you going to do with that horse? After that horse is old and it can't pull that cart anymore, and it can't pull that plow.
Some people eat them.
Well, right, but the extra food we can make glue out of.
Oh yeah, you gotta use every part of the animal, right?
I'm just saying, hide glue, horse glue.
You ever work with hide glue?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hide glue is still probably one of the best glues for veneers.
It's really good stuff, but man, you gotta move fast.
Yes.
You gotta keep it hot.
Yep, keep it hot, but it is a great veneer product. We use it a lot at the shop.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are going to do our 5-minute ending window. That's right, I have it done.
Back.
And I want to make sure that I pick the song that nobody, even if you're on Discord, you have not heard this ending song. We have finished it, and come back and leave some comments. Now, it is AI, okay? 100% use Sono to make this, but we are moving forward. I think Sono is a great learning tool, but I used it the first time as a spoof. This time I actually took some time and I tried to actually create something in Sono using the tools. So I want everyone to stick around for the 5-minute ending window. You can close up your chats. I see we got David in here. I haven't seen him for a while.
Well, you know, I've been rambling off some of his comments.
Yeah, it's good to have him back. Guys, he was commenting on some videos way back in the day. So he is, if you guys aren't familiar with him, go back and look at some older videos. He made comments. I like to see people come back to the channel. Hopefully he enjoyed it tonight.
Brett of Andy
and he'll
said,
spread the word too.
What is Sono?
Sono is an AI music platform where you can be creative. They have a free thing, and basically the free thing, it generates everything and you can't do too much. Then they have an 8th month, $8 a month, and you can play with stems, you can upload your own guitar, you can upload your own lyrics, and it works like an offline Reaper with AI assistance. And then they have their premium, which is like got all the bells and whistles and tools. I don't get anything from Sono, but we did use Sono to create our 2 outros. It sounds good. It's scary what this technology can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said it best earlier. The
Put us
musician,
all out of a job.
yeah, it's if it keeps going and we don't put stops and limits to it, it's going to put a lot of people. We were just saying content creators that make things for TV commercials or slogans for companies for TV ads.
Yeah, and like you say, if they don't keep it regulated, I can definitely see mainstream media going that direction, and you won't see a lot of.
It is so
performers.
much simpler,
Yeah.
and it's so much cheaper than hiring an advertising firm to hire a band to write something, create it, produce it, televise it.
Yeah.
Just my personal thought, but we need to figure out where AI is going, guys. All right, we're going to do our 5-minute ending window. Hopefully everything will go right and you guys will get to hear the ending song. And remember, we're going to be streaming Saturday night as well. If you left a super chat, thank you so much. Please go down, hit the like button, subscribe, and tell other people about what we do here. We're trying to be different. All right, guys. See everyone Saturday night. Here's our 5-minute ending window with the song that no one has heard yet.
Telling the truth.
Bye.